This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC on ESPN5 recap. UFC Fight Night 156 Fight Week. Contender Series Fight Week. MMA news. Controversial Colby Covington with the MMA-Holes. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Jesse, how are you?
I think I have a 24-hour bug, Moss. Not gonna lie.
Hopefully you shit your pants tonight.
No, not like that, Moss.
Oh.
But other than that, I'm wonderful, wonderful. How are you?
Maybe you got a rectal staph infection from Law
Why does
MMA.
everything have to be about ass? Like, I don't understand with you. Everything
Because you
has
have a
to be
stomach
about
virus.
It's not about your butt. Like, I don't know how your stomach viruses work, but it's not always about the butt.
Well, if you have a stomach virus, aren't you shitting?
No, you're puking.
Oh, so maybe you have a mouth staph infection. I don't fucking know. Well, I hope you feel good and better, Jesse.
Wonderful,
I
wonderful.
hope you feel wonderful, wonderful. Tonight we have a spectacular show as usual as we discuss the MMA topics. We have an hour to do it, and with 5 minutes left in the show, we have Save the Show. And if you do save the show tonight, we may show you some behind the scenes Jitsu,
Sure.
or just striking if you save the show tonight. All right, we're going to get right into it. We're going to dive right into this situation over here. Colby Covington, a little bit of controversy with his words, gets it done against Robbie Lawler and moves on, and it looks like he is going to finally face Kamaru Usman.
Say it again.
Kamaru Usman.
Why do you say it like that?
Because we've been saying
Kamaru?
Yeah, we've been saying Kamaru Usman. It's wrong. Yeah.
Kamaru?
Yeah, it's Kamaru Usman.
Says who?
I thought it was Kamaru Usman as well.
Where did you hear Kamaru?
Well, it's Kamaru.
I'd like to know
Usman.
where you heard this from.
Well, tough shit. Look at the pronunciation.
Kamaru.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's Kamaru Usman.
No.
Or Marty. You can call him Marty. Anyway,
Kamaru.
that fight is happening. That is, it looks like it's a go. Hopefully, it's at MSG, and good for Colby Covington getting this win. All right, I'm going to spark some controversy tonight, Jesse. I was on my way to pick up some food, right? As I drove back home, I swing the door open. I look Jesse dead in the eyes, and all of a sudden, all the stars line up, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Something is not right. Right, Jesse?
Right.
I was like a banshee when I went inside.
Yeah, he was actually screaming his head off. I couldn't stand it. I was like, I'm right here, Chris.
That's right.
Inside voices.
I have a theory about Colby Covington, about the UFC, that's going to make your head explode. Pow!
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. Should I get into the theory now, Jesse?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Colby Covington beats Robbie Lawler on Saturday. And I think that this is all bullshit. I actually think for the first time ever, we've had viewers reach out to us and say that the UFC fixes fights. We have people say, fix fight, fix fight, fix fight. I never, ever buy into it at all. I'm like, nah, that's boxing's thing. That's not the UFC's thing. I never, ever would have thought it. On Saturday, as all the facts just poured into my fucking brain, I'm saying to myself, I think this fight was fixed. I think it was. Now, listen, I don't hate Colby Covington. His shtick works. It gets him the attention, doesn't get him paid, but it gets him the attention. And now he is going to be finally unifying that belt, right? Let me tell you why I think this fight was fixed. And then I want to hear your thoughts in the chat. I know everyone's going to be like, oh my God, what's this guy saying? He's out of his mind. I'm going to convince you by the end of this. I even wrote notes. I never fucking write notes. But I'm so passionate about this theory. I'm going to spoil the plans of the UFC. I'm going to expose the UFC tonight and Colby Chaos Covington, because that main event was fucking bullshit. It was fixed. Here's the deal. The time of the event was at what? 3 p.m. the main card? Right?
Yes.
3 p.m. Newark, New Jersey, 3 p.m. What was the reason? Was it scheduling? Was it the ESPN? Did Newark only have time at 3 p.m.? Have we ever seen a main card start at 3 p.m. in New Jersey on the East Coast? Does this make any fucking sense? Oh, okay. The president's kids are showing up. Okay. So the president's kids are going to be there. Okay. Colby Covington made $110,000 in his fight. If he would have lost this fight, he would have only made $55,000. $55,000. Robbie Lawler, what did he make? He made $210,000 on his fight, and he lost. So if he won, what the fuck would he have won? Oh, God, I don't know. $110,000 is what Colby Covington made. UFC 225, Colby Covington made $350,000. Now, I know that was a title fight, but that was a co-main event as well. It was a 5-round decision. Got no bonuses for that shit, right? $350,000, and then he gets a pay cut to $100,000. I mean, that's a pretty big slide. Pretty big slide. The only reason why that slide would be there is because Colby Covington was guaranteed that he was going to win this fight, and he got paid. Let's move on, Jesse.
Okay.
The fight itself, okay, and I have a bunch of points here. You could knock down all my points here, but I got multiple points saying that this fight was fixed. Look at the fight itself. When we were reacted to it live, I was like, donation. I'll get to it in a second. Here comes Kevin from Chicago.
First, Fat Albert aka Pulse said Meyer was gonna choke Colby out. Then he said RDA would destroy him. After that he said Lawler would knock out Covington. And now he's saying Usman will beat Covington. Covington keeps proving these filthy animals wrong. All
right, there's Kevin from Chicago's thoughts. Thank you, Kevin, for the donation. The fight with Robbie Lawler and Colby Covington, okay? Did Robbie look like himself? Did Robbie not walk forward and just eat punches for no reason? There was parts of this fight where I was like, what is Robbie doing? He's just kind of like walking forward and just eating punches. Like, it was kind of like they told Robbie to take a dive, but he has too much pride to do that. He said, listen, I'll just get beat up for 5 rounds. I'll collect my paycheck, and I'll just keep my mouth shut. Robbie Lawler took a dive, for sure. He took a 5-round dive. Because if you watch that fight back, I know Robbie Lawler is older, but what the fuck was he doing in that fight? Colby Covington landed, 500 million strikes, set a record? Robbie was just walking with his hands down, just eating punches left and right. Didn't get knocked out. A little strange. Little fishy over there. Let's move on. Colby Covington says he's going to the WWE after the fight. He gets a call from Donald Trump, right? And then he says, hey, who's the president of the WWE, Jesse? Vince McMahon?
Yes.
Hey, Vince McMahon, call me. You know why Colby Covington wants Vince McMahon to call him? Because he put on a fake performance Saturday night. The guy pretty much laughed in the whole audience's face, his fans' face. Fake fight. Lastly, the gash. Afterwards, the fight's over. And then all of a sudden, these pictures come up with this mystery giant gash under his eye. He said they put makeup on his eye, and he found a way to get the fight going. You mean to tell me that these professionals that give them their physicals and look at all the ailments on these fighters and say, you can't fight, they missed a giant slice under his eye? Number one bullshit. I'm telling you right now, if you look at each thing that I just said here, put them all together, mix them up in a little bit of a pot, make it simmer a little bit, this shit was fake. It was fixed completely, fixed and fake. I'm stumbling like Colby Covington at his post-fight press conference because he fucking dropped the ball there too. He had his moment to shine. Guys and gals, the UFC had a fake main event this Saturday, and I dare you to prove me wrong. Jesse, what do you think about this?
Well, I gotta say, you do make some very fair points, but I am not going to take a side, or I'm not going to take any position on this one, because this was kind of thrown at me just as quick as it was thrown at everybody else. So you do make some very, very fair points, but I'm not going to,
Like I said before, I don't hate Colby Covington. I like the shtick. I like that these fighters have shtick and gimmicks.
Super chat.
Super chat coming in. Life and Logic.
That video of Cyborg making Dana cry is hilarious.
The video of Cyborg making Dana cry? I don't think I seen that one. Did you see that? Was that what you mean, the when she uploaded something, then pulled it down and fixed the subtitles and re-uploaded it? Is that what you're talking about? I think that's what he's talking about. Thank you, Life and Logic, for the donation. But I want to know in the chat what you think about this, okay? I never like to a lot of people come at me with this fixed fight shit, and I never buy it. But this is really bizarre. Why was the timing? What's going on with that? The fight was bizarre itself. When we were watching it live, I never said it was fixed. I was just like, Colby, he dominated. Robbie Lawler looked a little bit weird. Like, I thought he was playing possum. Why was he kind of just eating those shots? Was he trying to burn out Colby's arms? He just never looked like himself. Didn't make any sense. Then you got the president's kids in the fucking crowd. The president's kids in the crowd. So that explains the timing over there. This shit is a circus. They literally put on a fucking Broadway play in front of you. It doesn't make any sense. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. But now we have Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. Is that going to be a real fight, or is that going to be a fake one? What do you think? Kamaru Usman's in the crowd. After it all goes down, he just happens to be working for the UFC that night and in the crowd, and the camera just so happens to pan to him. I mean, if this is not fake WWE shit, I don't know what is.
Super chat.
I don't know what is. Life and Logic.
She confronts him and he admits to lying.
Oh, so here's the thing, Life and Logic. She posted that video, right?
Right.
And then she got in trouble because she said he was lying and this and that, and the subtitles were wrong.
Yeah, the subtitles to what Dana White said in response were wrong.
And then she pulled that video down and then re-uploaded another version of the exact same video and reworded the subtitles. So that's a whole other story. And honestly, we can get into that a little bit later. But I want to know your thoughts about this fight. There is like 6-7 different things that you can throw into this equation that this thing is fake. You could debunk 1 or 2 or 3 of them, but there's still like 3 or 4 more around the corner. It doesn't make sense. Nothing made sense in this fight or this card. What do you think?
I told you already. Listen, I'm willing to hear both sides at this point because it's been thrown at me quick. So I'm not going to come to any conclusions right now. I respect your conclusion, and I think, it does kind of make you wonder. But, yeah, I want to hear both. I want to hear both sides.
Why did Colby Covington get $45,000 to show, $45,000 to win, and $10K fight incentives? Does this make any sense? And Robbie Lawler made over $200,000 for losing? Does this make any fucking sense? I know Robbie Lawler's a former champion, I get it. But Colby Covington's last fight was $350,000 in a decision fight against RDA. Let's see what the chat has to say. I would love to see your thoughts on this.
Dudley says Robbie just didn't have his Fooey on gas pedal. Colby has been resting. Junk says JBH is smart. She's not buying Moss's BS. I don't think it's bullshit. I mean, I think that he makes some fair arguments, but I want to hear both sides.
It's fixed, I tell you, goddamn. It's stop feeding into this shit. That was a quick. Guys, you watched the WWE on Saturday. I hate to break it to you. It was real to me. Colby Covington, MAGA, Donald Trump's the best. Guys, that was fake. Now, if you like fake fights, you like the WWE, congratulations. But if you believe that shit, you believe in fucking Santa Claus. Newsflash, Santa Claus is fake too. Hate to break it to you. Spoiler alert. Back to the chat.
Oh, what were you saying, Moss, about Colby Covington fans or something like that earlier? I can't remember what it was. You said something about like there's a certain
they
like,
cry.
group.
Oh, they cry.
There's a group of Covington fans, and it like I can't remember what it was.
I do have a theory. I'll say in a second. We got real.
Good to see Moss going full retard. No way he really believed this. He's just putting on a show. Moss is not this stupid. He might look stupid, but he isn't. Moss, tell us how Russia stole the election while you're at it. Don't forget about Flatty Art. Riri.
So here's the deal. Thank you, Real, for the donation. I have numerous points here that I made. And if you just jumped in on the tail end of it, you can rewind it. I'm not going to say them all over and again. I made a lot of points. It's not 1, 2, 3. It's like 7 fucking points.
Chad.
Like seriously, debunk all of them.
No way a former champ could look that bad for real.
Right? Thank you. A smart Jew that just donated right there. Smart son of a bitch.
Wonderful.
There's no way. This is ruthless Robbie Lawler. They told him to take a dive. He's like, I'm not fucking taking a dive. I'll tell you what. Pay me. I'll get beat up for 5 rounds. I'll let him land the most strikes ever. You could fucking have your party for Colby Covington. Just pay me. But I'm not falling. That's what Ruthless did there. That's what happened. Now, Colby Covington fans, I've noticed this. And like I said, I don't hate Colby. It's not a bash Colby thing. I'm bashing kind of the UFC, really. Big Griff.
Robbie looked like a robot.
Yeah, it was Robot Lawler. That's who it was.
Robot Lawler.
Because he got paid. He got paid what? 200 and what did he get? 210,000. Do you have?
I think it was 220. I think it was
220,000 for losing.
I think. Hold on.
A non-title fight. Hold on a second. I think I have it on the community section. Let me pull this up real quick. Can you unplug your computer? So here's my theory with Colby Covington fans. I'm going to just piss off everyone tonight because I don't give a fook. I'm fired up. It's the MMA-Holes hour. I'm fired up tonight. Got a donation.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
We got Kevin from Chicago.
MOS, you got it all wrong. It's your boy McGregor whose entire UFC career that was fixed. Dana's golden boy was protected for as long as possible, but now the cat is out of the bag. He sucks and is one loss away from officially retiring, if not already retired.
Now, in this little rant, did I ever say that McGregor wasn't fixed? Maybe the fights were. Jeremiah White, a viewer of the show, put out videos saying that he thinks the McGregor fights were fixed. I don't have enough evidence to prove it, but I've heard the theories. Look at all the evidence I just put out there for this Colby thing. Look at all the evidence. True Grit.
Lawler has too much pride to take a dive. 2 possibilities. He had an injury prior to the fight and doesn't want to come off as a whiner, or he had a lack of focus similar to Woodley when he lost to Usman.
Now, he does have a lot of pride, and I agree with you, True Grit. Maybe he told the UFC, hey, I'm injured. I'll still fight, but I'm injured. Maybe it was in a way where it was made where Colby Covington had every reason to win this fight. It was a circus at 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Super chat.
You who swing snakes.
Of course I am smart. I'm a Jew.
That's
this
true.
thing stinks.
Thank you, Jew who
Wonderful.
swing snakes. Check this out over here.
Wonderful.
Robbie Lawler made $220,000. Jim fucking Miller, who beat Clay Guida, $210,000. Okay. Antonina Shevchenko, right? She was, what was she, 4th from the top of the card? $93,500 for getting her victory. And she got the finish. So $93,500. And then Colby Covington, the co-main, who won $100,000? Does it make any fucking sense?
Colby threw Susie under the bus. She's the UFC makeup artist snitch. She's probably getting fired.
You think that's what it is? He is a snitch, by the way, Colby. He is. He blew up Dana White's spot with his little prostitute where he's hanging out with. Right?
Why do you keep saying co-main, though?
What do you mean?
You called Colby the co-main.
I mean, no, yeah, he wasn't. He was the main event.
Yeah, the winner of the main event at that.
I appreciate that. I was back in UFC, what was it, 225. I went back to that. Yeah, he was the main event. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so flustered right now.
So into it.
I'm so into this. Like, I can't let them get away with this. The main event. He won the main event. And Antonina Shevchenko almost made more money than him. Come on. Do you believe this horse shit? Like, for real. Come on. I know Jesse's a believer. She was in the kitchen. She was by the counter over there. I presented all these. I was just frantically writing down this gibberish like a mad scientist. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, this is a fix. This is a straight up fix. UFC, I'm calling you out. Prove me wrong here. I have evidence galore that this shit is fake. Prove me wrong, chat room. I dare you to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Oh, what happened? I turned into a demon for a second.
No.
All right, a couple more comments from the chat. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Jesse. We'll get in the Conor McGregor thing. It is a good point, right? A lot of people are like, oh, Conor's fixing that, this and that. I mean, I guess he thinks that people took dives and just fell because Conor knocked almost everyone out, right? Besides the Diaz trilogy, if you look at Conor's fights, right? If those things were fixed, well, goddamn, they're good actors. In this one, Robbie Lawler is a shitty fucking actor because he was just walking forward, taking punches. Then walking back and taking punches. Hands down, hit me in my ruthless face. 500 million times. Break a record on my face. Come on.
Drunk Savage wants you to open the phone lines and he will prove you wrong.
Well, maybe we will. You got to save that show.
And Boss Kogar says circumstantial evidence at best. Roberto Lopez, why is it absurd that an outcome could be predetermined?
Thank you. If boxing can do it, I'm just going to rant on the people that agree with me. If boxing can do it, why can't MMA do it, right? They signed this ESPN deal. They want to make money. They want craziness going on. The man made $100,000 at the main event, and he won. He won. The man he beat made more than double than him. What the fuck? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I kind of just want to talk about this the whole fucking show, Jesse.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
You want to take calls?
Yeah, go for it.
Now, like I said before, with 5 minutes left in this show, okay, we only have an hour show tonight. With 5 minutes left in the show, you can save the show, and we will play the footage of, we went to Law MMA last night, and shout out to Ray Longo, John the Manimal, shout out to you guys over there, at Ally Quinta we saw yesterday. Shout out to everyone at the gym. It was a fantastic experience. We did the podcast, Ray Longo's podcast. What's the name?
MMA and Beyond.
MMA and Beyond. Check them out on iTunes, Spotify, all over the place. It's dropped. It was a great time. We will show that footage if you save the show. We should open the phone lines. We should. The Bagel Boss is going to be on Howard Stern tomorrow. Might have to watch that, guys.
Yeah, I'm getting up early to listen to that.
Do you want to, what's the story that you have to start it off?
To start it off, we're talking about Colby Covington, so I guess, I mean, it's about his Matt Hughes comments.
Oh, shit, yeah. Okay, talk about that. Tell us the story on that one. And I would like to open up the phone lines after that because, Colby Covington, I mean, listen, wonderful. I'm not going to kill the guy for this. I think it's funny. I know it's tasteless, but I think the train line was hilarious. So that was funny. That was a good zing by Covington. Even though he stumbled afterwards in the big stage under the big lights, he stuttered it through. The train thing, I don't mind. Do you mind that?
Listen, I think if it doesn't offend the person that he targeted, I think that everyone should just let it go. You know, Matt Hughes was clearly, he understood the deal. He said this is the fight game. People are going to talk shit and you have to have thick skin. That's basically what he said on his Instagram post. So to me, it's like, all right, well, the targeted party is not offended. Why do we have to make a big deal about it, you know?
Matt Hughes is fine now, right? I mean, listen, he got pretty fucked up. He's fine now. And he's able to beat up his wife and stuff and his brother. So as long as he's able to do that, I think he could take a joke, right?
Oh, my God.
50 likes. Let's beat the shit out of the ceiling for the lying UFC and the fake Colby Covington.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
All right. So here's the deal. I want to say this. I am not saying every fight is fixed. I'm not going to be one of those people. I am not. All I'm saying is this one fight, Colby Covington, Robbie Lawler, that happened at UFC Newark this Saturday, I don't buy it. I legit do not buy it. And I dare you to prove me wrong. Call me up. Let me know. All right, let's get into this first story, and then we will open up those phone lines. Oh my God, Jesse. There it is, MMA and beyond. Fuck. What a fiery night.
Oh, what a fiery night. According to MMA Fighting, Colby Covington has no regrets about Matt Hughes' train comments. Hughes and Robbie Lawler respond. Colby Covington threw hundreds of strikes in his win over Robbie Lawler on Saturday, but he had one more shot to fire after the fight. Following a dominant performance in the main event of UFC on ESPN5 in Newark, New Jersey, Covington used a portion of his post-fight mic time to take a crack at Lawler and Lawler's longtime friend, welterweight great Matt Hughes. He said, quote, "Let's talk about the lesson we learned tonight that Robbie Lawler should have learned from his good buddy Matt Hughes. You stay off the tracks when the train is coming through, Junior. Doesn't matter if it's the Trump train or the Colby train, stay out the way." The train comment was in reference to a June 2017 incident in which Hughes was severely injured when his truck was struck by a train at a rail crossing. Speaking to the media backstage at the Prudential Center, Covington was asked if he had any regrets about what he said to Anik. He declined to apologize, instead bringing up Hughes' recent legal troubles as a seeming justification for his remark. He said, quote, "Not at all. Did I say something that was offensive? The guy's done some pretty crappy stuff. He's got lawsuits against his family, against his brother. I just said the truth. I'm honest. I'm a little bit brutally honest sometimes, and people can't handle it. If people were worried about words, but we go in the octagon to kill each other, don't be so sensitive, snowflakes." Shortly after Covington's in-cage interview, Hughes offered a response via social media in which he seemed to shrug off Covington's comment when he said, quote, "Not sure if Colby Covington should have used my accident as fuel for his post-fight trash talk, but that was one heck of a fight. Nice win for American Top Team, and ruthless Robbie Lawler always puts on a good fight. Reminder though, this is the fighting world. People trash talk, and you gotta have thick skin." Lawler was also asked about the comments backstage, and like Hughes, he didn't take them as anything to get too excited over, saying, quote, "I couldn't even really hear what he said. Guys are crossing the line. It seems like the media loves it. They eat it up, so that's for you guys to write about and have your own opinions on it. It's not for me to have an opinion. Everyone wants to see what I have to say. What do you guys have to say about it? So it is what it is. I'm just worried about myself, as usual."
All right. Well, Matt Hughes doesn't give a fuck, so if he doesn't care, then no one should care, right?
I guess.
Yeah, who cares? I'm not the type of person that's going to hang someone for words. You know, like, I mean, if you're going to say something stupid, say something stupid. Who cares? They're entertainers, right? These people, they're not role models, right? I mean, these are cage fighters. These people, they're most of them are great human beings. But legitimately, their job is to go in a cage and beat the fuck out of each other, right? So, I mean, who gives a fuck what they say? It's worse what they're doing in the cage than what comes out of their mouth, for God's sakes. So who cares? Who cares? Matt Hughes, the whole train thing, I think it was fine. I'm not going to kill that. And Colby Covington looks like he's going to be fighting Cormier Usman, and we'll see what happens there. Is that going to be fixed? I don't know. Who knows? We're going to play a couple of words from our sponsors, and then let's take some phone calls. We have a lot of stories to get to. Hopefully someone saves this show. Fantastic stuff tonight. But this weekend we have UFC Shevchenko versus Uriah Faber, right? Isn't that going on? That's going on this weekend? Isn't she fighting Uriah?
Liz Carmouche.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Wonderful.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's happening this weekend, and it's a title fight. It's a title fight. It's upcoming.
Oh, that was funny. Good one, Moss.
We're going to react to that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great. And if you would like to place a bet for this fight, and Platinum Mike Perry's on the card, and it's free, so who gives a fuck, you can do it here.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all the major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play through ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add something separate to fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus to make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
Yeah, promo code MMA-Hole. After I found out that the fights were fixed, or the main event was fixed, Colby Covington and Robbie Lawler, when all the facts came through my head, I was like, oh my God, I need to calm the fuck down right now. So what did I do? I grabbed some of this, Jesse.
Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products, such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for up to 20% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and use promo code MMA-Hole and get up to 20% off of your entire purchase.
Shout out to Timeless CBD. I love this stuff. It is
Wonderful.
And shout out to Real Bearded Men, 15% off. Promo code MMA-Hole as well. Okay, so I stated the facts before. I'll state it really quick again. Okay, the time of the event, the main card, Colby Covington, Robbie Lawler, UFC on ESPN 5, the time made 0 sense. It made 0 sense to me. And then I realized, oh, okay, well, the president's family is going to be there. So they have to make a special time for them to be there. I mean, it's the president's kids. Very important, right? For a real fight. Colby Covington only made $100,000 on this fight. A little curious. He won. He was the main event. He is the interim title person. You know, you can say Robbie Lawler was a former champion. He defended. That's why he got paid $220,000 donation. We got True Grit coming in.
Sticking to conspiracy theories, I suspect Matt Hughes tried to commit suicide. I grew up playing on train tracks and there is no way you get hit unless it's a suicide attempt or they pass out drunk on the tracks.
You know, I agree. I agree with that. What do you think?
I definitely think there could have been some substance abuse involved, for sure.
If anyone has CTE, it's Matt Hughes, right? I mean, the guy is, legendary fighter, but Jesus Christ, his head's a little scrambled. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Wonderful.
Back to the points over here before we take these phone calls. Jim Miller, $210,000 at the co-main event. Robbie Lawler, like I said, $220 for losing the main event. Antonina Shevchenko, gets the finish, but gets $93,500. Almost got the same as Colby Covington's $100K for winning the fight against Robbie Lawler. The fight itself being completely bizarre. Robbie Lawler ate a gazillion punches and seemed like he just wanted to eat punches. It didn't even seem like he was trying to counter. He just wanted to eat punches. He was hungry for fists. Let's see what else we got there. The Colby WWE theme, calling out, saying he wants Vince McMahon to give him a call after the fight. Donald Trump calling him. Kamaru Usman conveniently there for the camera to pan to over and over again.
NH says, Chris, OMG, it was a scheduling conflict. If ESPN changed the time, originally was supposed to be a Russia card and got changed.
Okay, so that's NH's point. So that's one thing. Here's the deal. I threw a million facts out there, right? Points out there, I should say. I put a million points out there. It is easy to dispute a couple of those, but dispute them all. Dispute all my points, please. I dare you to dispute my points. I have never, in the almost 3 years of doing this, have said a fight was fixed. And I hope I am wrong. But in this case, I'm right. And if you disagree, you're wrong.
Wonderful.
Okay. You better have your A game. If you're going to call in, have your A game. And do me a favor, too. When you make your points, make it quick. Don't fucking go on and on. I'm allowed to go on and on. It's my show. Jesse's allowed to go on. It's her show. You can't. I will cut you off if you just babble. We want points. I want to hear it. I want the people to hear it. Agree or disagree. I want to know what you think. Jesse, you think they're going to come in hard?
Yeah, I definitely think you're going to get a few responses for sure.
Okay.
But, some might be in your favor. Some most likely not. But it is what it is. We'll see.
Okay. What is the phone number, Jesse?
516-522-0267. Again, it's 516-522-0267.
All right. Give me a call. Give Jesse a call. Jesse's a believer. I know I could sense it. Jesse is a believer in this situation. She knows that fight was fixed. It's a goddamn train.
Mr. Kevin from Chicago, what's on your mind, bud?
What's up? Yeah, before I get to the whole conspiracy theory, I listened to the podcast, and I gotta say, within 5 minutes, you're already talking about, I think Chris brought up masturbating to Jesse.
True.
It wouldn't be a show without Chris saying some foul, weird shit like that. And then it was pretty funny listening to 3 wops from New York talk about pizza. That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, yeah, it was a pretty funny podcast. I love the stories with Weidman and Al Quinta. That was pretty good. But Chris, go watch RDA versus Lawler. It looked exactly like that. Lawler was on his back foot the entire time, covering up. It was the exact same fight as this Covington fight. You didn't accuse him of being a fixed fight.
Well, that's because Robbie Lawler did throw punches in that fight.
No, he didn't. It looked exactly like that. It was RDA backing him up and Lawler covering up against a fence. It was the exact same fight with less takedowns. And another point is Covington took Lawler down and gassed him. He put a pace on him in that first and second round. Lawler was gassed. He didn't have the energy to throw power punches. If you saw when he did try to throw power punches, he didn't have no steam on him because his arms were filled with lactic acid. Covington broke him.
We got a super chat. Hold on. Kenneth Smith.
Most will come up with more crap if proven wrong.
All right, there you go, Kenneth. Thank you. You're correct. Go ahead. Back to Kevin.
And this whole money thing, that chick, Shevchenko, she got a $50,000 bonus. That's why she got $90,000. It would have been $40,000 or something like that.
Okay.
So you don't take that into consideration.
Wait, yeah. So did Colby Covington. He got a bonus as well and made almost the same amount.
He didn't get a bonus.
Yeah, he did. He got a $45K to win.
No, you don't understand. That $50K is the bonus, the performance bonus.
Okay.
Shevchenko got a performance bonus. Colby didn't get a performance bonus.
Would Colby Covington get the $45K if he didn't win?
No.
So isn't that bonus money, Kevin from Chicago?
No, you're thinking it's a performance bonus and a win bonus. Shevchenko got her win bonus and her performance bonus.
Would she have gotten her bonus money if she didn't get that finish? No.
She got a performance bonus, you dumbass. And
it's a bonus.
And you're talking about the time schedule. Oh, it was early in the day, so that means it must have been fixed. What are your facts? Let me hear your facts that it was a fixed fight.
Okay, I just fucking told you. You tell me your facts here. Okay, the timing of the day, does that make any sense other than that they wanted the president's kids to be there?
Yeah, NH said it. It was a timing schedule.
Who told NH? Who told her?
This is not the first time UFC cards has been on Sunday or early morning. They've done this plenty of times before. So what's your next fact?
They did it plenty of times when it's in Abu Dhabi or fucking New Zealand or Bumblefuck, not Jersey.
All over the place.
God damn it! It was in Newark, New Jersey, for God's sake, with a bunch of animals over there, and it was at 3 p.m. Are you kidding me?
Okay, what's your next fact?
I just gave you 7 facts. What's your fact?
No, you gave me one fact that it was a timing difference. So it was during the day, so it must have been a fixed fight, which is completely ridiculous. What's your second fact? The pay?
Wait, how many times do I got?
Isn't the champion anymore? He got $300,000 to
You're
fight for the title against RDA.
You're comparing the fight to RDA. RDA mutilated him. Colby Covington just hit him 1,000,000 times, and Robbie Lawler belly punched back. You don't remember Robbie Lawler punching back in the RDA fight? Robbie Lawler rocked RDA a couple of times. When was Colby rocked?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
he
my
didn't
goodness.
rock him for shit.
You're talking about one round. You're talking about one round. You're talking about one round with RDA. RDA mutilated him for one round.
How dare you? Relax.
How dare you? Anything else?
Yeah, the RDA in the Colby Covington fight, it was the exact same fight. It was pressure.
Are you blind?
Couldn't deal with the pressure.
Are you?
Colby.
All right, thanks for the call. Yeah, he's just repeating himself.
I must have missed something.
He's just repeating himself. RDA fight and the fucking Colby Covington fight, completely different. RDA, Covington, excuse me. Robbie Lawler had moments in the RDA fight.
Don't tell me to relax.
Robbie Lawler, you're not my father. You're not God. You're not my boss. Robbie Lawler, okay, had moments in the RDA fight. He had 0 moments in the Colby Covington fight. Now, you could say that's because of his pressure, and I get it. The first round, Colby Covington was pressuring a lot. He was holding him there. He wasn't taking him down and holding him there. He wasn't doing that. He was holding him against the fence. Robbie Lawler got up each time. Now, I understand that can take a lot out of you. Robbie Lawler has cardio. He has plenty of it. And you saw it in the fucking 5th round. With seconds left, Robbie Lawler all of a sudden starts throwing punches. All of a sudden. If he was gassed out, then how at fucking 30 seconds left in the fight does Robbie Lawler all of a sudden have fucking energy left? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Another caller, please. 516-522-0267.
Unknown caller. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yes.
Yes, what's up?
Hello. What's going on?
What's up? Who is this?
So, what do you mean? It's fucking DB Cooper in this motherfucker.
No,
You sound like you're underwater.
yeah, it sounds. Well, we could hear you. It just sounds like.
Hold on. Let me switch that off then.
There we go.
That better?
That is better.
Much better.
All right, TV. What do we got?
All right. Listen, I didn't think that me and you would ever agree, boss, but I thought that fucking fight was shadier than fucking the mobsters that used to live down the street from my house, kid.
I mean, right?
That fucking dude. Who does Robbie ever fight where he doesn't throw punches? You know what I'm saying? The one or two times he hit Colby good, Colby got rocked, and then he never followed up. When do you ever know that to happen? Dude, I think that you're right, but I don't want to believe that you're right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to believe that I'm right. I don't want
either.
I don't want the UFC to be fixed. I don't want that. It's my favorite fucking sport. I don't want it to be like boxing or any of that other bullshit. I want this to be pure carnage. But you're right. Robbie Lawler, he turned up in the last like 10 seconds. They're saying he ran out of gas. Then what the fuck was the last 10 seconds of the fight where he started throwing fucking haymakers? This is bullshit. It's completely fake.
Dude, I was in a bar, right? And I was in a bar. I was with my homeboy. And I said, he's just waiting for like the last couple minutes. He's going to just fucking, he's going to start throwing bombs at him, right? Mm-hmm. And then fucking, last couple minutes comes by and I'm like, dude, this motherfucker is really not going to throw any punches. You're just going to dip and dive like an asshole. Literally at the end of the fight, I stood up and kicked my fucking chair, dude. I was like, fuck, you fucking kidding me? And then my boy was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm out of here, dude. I'm fucking out of here. I can't even believe that right now. Because I felt the same way. Like, dude, what is going on here, dude? You know what I'm saying? It was like watching a fucking ghost, dude, just get punched in the face. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible, dude. Even when, when RDA was fighting him, he was melting him in much the same way with wrestling. But fucking, dude, Lawler had a fucking blown out ACL. You know what I'm saying? And when he had him against the fence and he threw the fucking million punches at him, I think he hit him with like fucking 10 of them, dude. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing, you know? Mm-hmm. And he still, like you said, he did throw punches back. In this fight, he didn't throw no fucking punches, dude, really.
This was not Robbie Lawler.
When he was on the ground, he's like wrapping his arm around his neck and then switching it and then doing it. It wasn't even going for anything. It's like, what are you fucking doing even, dude? You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Oh, that shit was fucking pissing me off, bro. Oh, my God,
It's frustrating. When I watched it live and we did the live reaction to it, I didn't think fix. All I thought was, this is weird. Like, it just didn't make sense. Like,
absolutely,
I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Baffling your head.
Yeah. But then after a couple of days of thinking about it, I'm like, wait, hold on a second. There's just too many things that make this thing look a little shady. So, anyway. All right, DB, any last words?
500 punches thrown. He doesn't fucking hurt him with a single shot. Dude, he just throws all these punches. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like, no retaliation at all from the ruthless one. Dude, I'm a fucking Robbie fan since he was 19. It's not like I just started watching the fucking sport, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I felt like that was the shadiest fight I ever fucking seen in my life besides some of the ones I seen in Pride.
There you go. All right, DB, man. Thanks for the call.
All right.
See, there's someone that made fucking sense right there. Now, Colby Covington saying that Usman has pillow hands. He broke a record with strikes and couldn't knock out Robbie Lawler. Who the fuck has pillow hands then? Does that make any sense? Super chat. Life and Logic.
No way you two guys can be smoking the same crack.
Crack is it's the best. Jesse, what do you think about those two calls? Oh, you missed Kevin's.
No, I heard some of Kevin's, but I think I can piece together what happened between you and Kevin because I was in the kitchen, everything was fine, and we've got a soundproof wall over here, so you usually don't hear jack shit. And all of a sudden, I hear like this outrageous booming voice coming out of here. I thought our neighbors were gonna call the cops on us.
It's craziness. We got a donation coming up the ladder over here. With 5 minutes left of the show, we will do Save the Show. It's one of the rare ones. We have a lot of stories to get to. Hold on, we got a super chat. Reefer on the Fringe.
Mos, I give you a silky mustache PTS JVH Mount MOS.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. All right, let's open up the phone line some more. With 5 minutes left, we will do Save the Show. I'd love to show footage of JBH Spawn, and
What?
Spawn. You know, if you're going to hang out with Darren Till, you're going to spa. You got to go to the spa.
But I'm not hanging out with Darren Till.
Well, I don't know. I was just making a spar joke. Yeah, you can see JBH swinging leather around, fists flying. You'll see JBH with the Kimura, learning stuff at Law MMA. We'll show some footage of that with the Save the Show. Let's take some more calls over here. 516-522-0267. Let me know your thoughts on this fixed fight. That's what I'm going. See what's going on in that chat.
Val says Spawn.
Spawn.
Some people just grow old in one fight, says Life and Logic. Chrome to your dome. Colby face was busted up during that interview with Usman after the fight, so Robbie did land some shots. Hafa Pena says, no one fight between two men will ever be fair when one is getting paid more than the other to win.
Colby's face was busted up because they had all that makeup on it. All that makeup on his face, that giant cut underneath his eye that miraculously he got cleared to fight with, right? If he had that cut under his eye, how did he get cleared to fight?
Yes. I just want to give a quick shout out to the Vigo clan.
Shout out to the Vigo clan. All right, I'll take some more calls over here. Here we go.
826. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, JBH, Moss, how's it going?
We're wonderful, wonderful. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm good. I'm with Moss on this. I think that the fix was in. I think that Lawler wasn't himself. He didn't throw any punches. And I'm with you, buddy.
Uh-huh. This is Van Shipman?
Yeah, it's Van.
Oh, I was like...
But, you know, if that is true, and I possibly believe it could, because who wants to see Lawler fight Marty Usman, right? So, you know, they paid him. He showed up for his check, and he took his blows, body bag. You know, he served his purpose. But, you know, it reminded me of the Woodley fight when he fought Usman, because, you know, Woodley didn't, you know, he wasn't his normal self, you know, remember.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't throw a lot of punches, but I mean, for Robbie not to, that's ruthless Robbie Lawler, man. He's usually, you know, just firing, you know, left and right.
Yeah, it was bizarre. There was opportunities where you can see he can let the hands go, but he was kind of walking forward and backwards, hands down, just eating punches. And like, yeah, these are delicious. Yeah. Like, it just didn't make any sense. Yeah, I know he's tough.
Yeah, he wasn't returning fire. He was walking forward, and it was like, okay, dude, anytime now. And that time never came. So it was weird to watch.
Yeah.
So
right.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Fix is in, baby.
All right. Thanks for the call, Van. That's Van Shipman. That's 2-1. 2-1 Mystical. All right. 516-522-0267. I'm going to take score. 2-1. Smart people. But I want to hear both sides. I don't want to hear just one. I want to hear both sides over here. Even though it is fixed, Jesse. What do you think about that call? JVH is dodging this one.
267, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What I'm saying is, if you honestly think anybody's going to walk into a match that's fixed, get punched in the face 500, 600 times, you're out of your mind. Robbie Lawler was outmatched by pace. He wishes he could throw a punch, but there was no opportunity. Colby Covington was able to not only attack the legs, attack the body, attack the head. He made it unpredictable. And then with his takedown, offense and defense, Robbie Lawler stood no chance. No chance.
All right. Well, there you go. Thanks for your opinion. Appreciate it. Look at that, Jesse. All right, so it's 2-2 right now. That's someone that's saying that there's no way Robbie would have went into this fight and, you know, taken a loss, taken an L. These fighters have heart. But I'll give you 220,000 reasons why you take that L. 220,000 reasons why you take that L. 516-522-0267. Prove the mystical one wrong. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, Sean Savage.
There he is, the drunk one. All right, drunk.
Finally. Moss, come on. You don't really believe this shit. You're just fucking saying this to fucking stir things up. Come on.
I'm telling you right now, I was driving home. I had a bag of chili for myself and JBH. I'm in the car, and it just hits me. I got a message on the community section from Brazilian American, whatever his name is. He put something there, and he was saying that Colby Covington made $200,000. I'm like, no, he made $100,000. I did my research. And then as I put that post out there, I put all these things in my head, and I'm like, wait, hold on a second. I don't think the UFC is fixed, but I'm starting to believe it now. Prove me wrong. Whoa.
Sorry. Well, you know, maybe
can
they
smell it
gave
from
him
here.
a little pay cut after the fucking doxing him with his hooker.
Oh, that's 100%. I mean, he goes from 100K to 350K to 100K? Like, what the fuck?
Well, wasn't his last fight a pay-per-view?
It was a pay-per-view. It was the co-main event, and it was for an interim title.
I don't know, man. I don't know about the money, but, you know, about the fight, you know, Lawler just didn't fucking show up that night. It happens to fighters, man. Look at fucking Woodley versus Usman. Woodley did not fucking show up that night. Or Nick Diaz with GSP. You know, sometimes fighters just don't fucking show up on their A game. And fucking Colby, you know, he's got that cardio and the volume of strikes he was throwing. Fucking Lawler just didn't have an answer for it.
Mm-hmm. Some people in the chat are saying the Woodley fight might have been fixed. So what about that Woodley fight? I mean, Woodley didn't look like himself against Usman, right? And Dana White, but I don't see that one. I can't find enough evidence. I mean, Woodley didn't look the same, but I don't have enough evidence to prove it wrong. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but I can't prove that one wrong. This one, it's endless.
I mean, you really think Lawler would take a dive?
Honestly, before the fight, no. If someone were to throw this at me, I would say there's absolutely no way. Robbie Lawler is one of the toughest in the game. I would never in a million years think it. And then when I threw all these facts together today, and after this fight, and I was really confused after watching that fight. It just, you know, I understand some fighters don't have it in them that night. Maybe it just wasn't their night. But god damn, Robbie he didn't look like anything that he used to be. It was bizarre.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't been looking like the same guy for a little while now.
Well, against Ben Askren...
All those fights take tolls on the fucking fighters, man. They can't be fucking 20 years old forever.
But look at him against Ben Askren. And he's in, like, the best shape of his life right now. Ben Askren, he came out and he lit him up. He just opened up. He comes out with Colby, and Colby did the right thing. He pushed him against the fence. But Colby was beating him on the feet. There is no way. No one can convince me that Colby Covington is better on the feet. No way.
You know, who knows? Maybe Lawler was coming to that fight injured and just didn't want to pull out.
It's possible.
Happens.
He was injured, didn't want to pull out. The UFC's like, listen, we're going to pay you $220,000
Yeah, maybe that's
fight.
why he got more money.
We're going to pay you the money. You go in there. You're going to take the L, and that's it.
No.
You move on.
Come on, man. If they're going to fix the fucking fight, wouldn't they fix McGregor and Khabib?
You would think. But here's the thing.
Yeah, come on.
Habib, look at this Abu Dhabi thing. Habib can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So Habib is a huge draw as well. So McGregor is the Mecca, but Habib is right there. I mean, he's a god in Russia, you know? So, I mean, I think Habib, I don't think they would do that. I mean, of course, they would love to see McGregor win every fight because the guy's a cash cow. But I think Habib is just as good. He doesn't even have to talk shit, the guy sells fights.
You know, Connor's proven he can bring in the money.
All right. Anything else, Drunk?
I guess I promise to shout out the Vigo clan.
There you go.
And Chris, if you really believe this, you're a casual.
Oh, how dare you. All right. Thanks for the call. He said the C word. By the way, go to the MMAHoles.com. Go to our store and get yourself a casual as fuck shirt. If you believe this theory like myself, become a casual as fuck person. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. But I'm telling you right now, guys and gals, if you believe this, if you're just jumping in and you believe this, if you're a believer that this fight was real, run it back and watch all the reasons why I say it isn't. Go ahead, Jesse. Say something over here. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I'm just here tonight. Usually I have more to say, but...
In fairness, she is a little under the weather. Here we go. Reefer on the fringe.
Can't have a athletic commission for fix you moron mos.
Can't have an athletic commission for fix you moron mas. Reefer on the fringe. That statement was half a chromosome away from a retard. So listen, I don't know what you said there, but thank you. I appreciate your donation. All right, we're going to start the dramatic song. That fucking went fast. We need help. Okay, here's the part where you save the show. We want to take more calls. I'll take calls all fucking night. I want you to prove me wrong. Prove the mystical one wrong, because Robbie Lawler, Colby Covington was a fixed fight. With 4 minutes and 42 seconds on that clock, donate that donation that you put in, $5, 5 more minutes, $20, 20 more minutes, extend, save the show. All right, Jesse.
Bingo Lombardi brings up a good point. He says, remember when JBH said Robbie looked weird walking to the octagon? Remember when I was saying, like, he looked off? There's something, like, mentally about him or maybe emotionally about him that just seemed not Robbie-like.
Yeah, you know what it was, Jesse? He's walking to the cage feeling horrible that he's about to throw a fight. That's what it was. Guys and gals, if you believe that this fight was fucking not fixed, then you need your head checked. Santa Claus is not real, my friends. This shit was WWE to the max. Robbie Lawler took a dive. Colby Covington moves on in his mysterious win over here, and now he's fighting Kamaru Usman. Okay, 3 minutes left. Do they save the show? We'll never know, Jesse.
Hopefully.
We'll never know. I would love to show the clips, but we'll see what happens. All right, 516.
I have another training session soon.
What's that?
I have another training session soon.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, JBH will be back on the mat. Law MMA, once again. Check them out. Law MMA, Ray Longo, John the Manimal. We did a podcast with them. It was fantastic. It was wonderful, wonderful.
Super chat.
Oh, Jeremiah with the 1999.
Can I get a call in, homies?
Hey!
Save the show.
Save the show.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. We have 3 more minutes left. And Jeremiah, thank you, Jeremiah. That was really nice of you. 1999. And I gave you credit earlier. I don't know if you were here for it. He was the one throwing out the conspiracy theories from the very beginning with Conor McGregor and all that stuff. I didn't buy into that. But I got to say, after watching this Saturday, I might be a believer. I might be a believer. Now, if you want to extend the show more than 19 or 20 more minutes, make sure you drop another donation in quickly before the clock is done over there to save that show. Everything goes back into the show, and it helps tremendously.
Wonderful,
wonderful, wonderful. Let's see what's going on in the chat as we have 2 minutes left.
Kevin from Chicago says Volkanovski versus Jose Aldo a fix. Aldo didn't throw shit either, Sean Hart. Saley Vigo says Vigo Sanders. What Truth says the whole fight was fixed. Robbie's. NH says yes, J. Maya, thank you.
Super chat.
Roberto Hernandez with the 5.
Save the show.
Save it! 25 more minutes on the clock, JBH.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Roberto Hernandez. That was very nice of you. Appreciate it. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Save this shit. Let's go along. Let's take some more phone calls. Back into the chat.
Cameron Machado says, when will the pineapple shirt be available?
I'm doing it. I'm putting that together.
I drink pineapple juice. Reefer on the fridge says, I train Rufus Sport Tyron Woodley sucks someday, and Colby just blitz him like Nick Diaz. King K, Robbie had staph on his left arm.
Super chat.
All right, Life and Logic with the 5.
Add 5 more senseless minutes to my senseless life. Seriously, most seek some help as soon as possible.
Thank you, Life and Logic. We're going 30 more minutes. Thank you. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. If you'd like to save the show, now's the time to do it. And thank you, everyone, for the donations. Unbelievable stuff. As we are moving along here, chat room on fire. I'm about to take some calls. Going to show some JBH behind the scenes. Her training mixed martial arts. And another donation coming up the list over here. And I can't believe where this one's coming through. Look at this, Jesse. Pixelated Vigo.
From yours truly, the Vigo clan.
Whoa!
Save the show.
The
Nose,
Vigo
top
clan. Drops another 30 minutes. That's an hour and 10 more minutes of MMA-Holes.
After Vlad. It's an hour and 10.
Holy shit. Oh, you put Vlad in there too?
Yeah.
Okay, holy crap. Jesus Christ. 46 seconds left on the clock. I see Vlad's donation coming up to save the show over here. Thank you, guys. We have a lot more news to get to. And Jesse, you ready to go the long haul here?
Yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm just
super chat.
I'm just here.
You hanging with the boys?
Save the show, Plutos. Shout out to the Vigos, bro.
Yeah, shout out Vigos.
The Vigos.
Thank you, Vlad. The Vigos.
Wonderful.
Wow, 18 seconds left now. Does Drunk Savage get in before the 14 seconds left? I see it going up the clock, the thing there.
Even if he doesn't, you've got an hour and 10 minutes on the clock here.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see if it gets through. Let's see if it gets through. We're going to give it to him. What are we talking about?
All right.
Here? Give him the hour and 15 over there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys came through clutch and saved the show. Much thanks. I really do appreciate it. But let's get busy. Let's get busy. There's Drunk Savage over here with the $5.
I'm broke AF, but we need more save show.
Drunk man, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going an hour and 15 more minutes on the show.
So while you put that up, I just want to say, since you had brought up the training thing, I get it now. I get why, like, people who have that itch to start training and things like that, they want to get back on the mat as quick as possible. You know, like...
Tell us some more.
I get the addiction. I understand it now. It's there. It's
you got the addiction. You got the itch.
Yeah, well, I always had the itch. And then, like, after that first training session, it's like, all right, let's go back.
Let's go back. Know? All right, so here's the deal. We're going to open up the phone lines. I want to talk more about that. We have some footage that we will be showing. Jesse was at Law MMA with myself. And shout out to Ray Longo for making this happen. And John the Manimal, Chris over there.
Super chat.
Appreciate all the kindness. Daniel Miranda.
I can't donate $5 again. WTF.
All right. Well, that's okay. We'll throw another 2 minutes on there because we love it. Appreciate it. All right. So every other donation now is just going to come in and just help us out as we are going hour and 15 more minutes onto the show. And thank you again. All right. Let's open up the phone lines. Explain to me. I know a lot of people want to call in. Colby Covington, Robbie Lawler. I'm going to state my case again here since we are on the second hour. Okay. I believe the fight was fixed. I believe that the time is peculiar. I understand that they did it probably because of the presidential family being there. And okay, I never really found out the reasoning for it. NH threw something in the chat that it might be something was scheduled and they had to change it. And I don't know. Perfect donation timing. Colby Covington donation.
Robbie got $220,000 for each of his last 3 fights. Save the show.
There we go. It's $220,000. 20,000 for each of his last 3 fights. Save the show. So yeah, it's in his contract. He's a former champion. That's why he's making all that money over there. That's not the thing I'm really concerned about, though. What I'm concerned about is why the hell did Colby Covington only make $100K?
Moss, you fucked up on the time.
What did I do? Oh shit! What happened? Where'd it go?
You put it as minutes, so put an hour 15 on there.
Right?
No, that's a minute 15.
I gotta do this. So wait, what's going on? Why is it not working? 0-0.
There you go.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's bizarre. Anyway, you got a couple of extra minutes over there. Thank you. Appreciate that. So so the Robbie thing, I'm sure it's in his contract. This and that. Well, speaking, like, how does Colby, how did they negotiate this thing? His last fight, I understand, was on a pay-per-view. It was a co-main event, interim belt, RDA. He made $350,000. This one here, he's the main event, beats Robbie Lawler, gets the bonus, gets $100,000. I mean, not the bonus, excuse me. 45 to win. He got the win. So, I mean, like, if you think about it, it doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense. He made almost as much as Antonino Shevchenko. And then on top of it, the fight was peculiar. Robbie Lawler looked like a shell of himself. Like, he didn't even look like he wanted to even throw a punch. He just wanted to eat everything. Didn't make any sense. While we were watching the fight live, we're like, wait, what is... I understand Colby's trying to take him down and he's trying to get back up, but they were on the feet throwing, and it was more just Colby throwing and Robbie just eating it and kind of smiling at him and smirking and just eating punches. Didn't make any sense.
Super chat.
Super chat coming in. Reefer on the fringe.
3 losses means you make less money. It's a pay scale.
What do you talk? Who had the 3 losses? What are you talking about? Who? Thank you for the donation, but I'm not sure what you're talking about over there. Colby wanting to go to the WWE. He takes the call from Donald Trump after the fight. He also shouts out Vince McMahon to give him a call as he has his interim title draped over his shoulder. Another thing, too, is why they let him hold his interim title in the cage. Why is he not stripped? Like, I kind of don't understand. They're so quick to take the belt away from Tony Ferguson. They don't let him walk around with his belt all the time, but yet Colby Covington gets to walk around with his belt in the cage. It's so phony. He goes into the fight with this nasty cut under his eye. Somehow he has CGI or makeup that gets him through, gets him in, and he conveniently can compete. It's so many fishy things happened in this fight that make zero sense. Zero sense. I'm going to open up the phone lines at 516-522-0267. Reefer on the Fringe on fire, coming in with another donation. So let's see what Reefer has to say over here. How you feeling?
Great.
You feeling wonderful, wonderful?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Feeling wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Here comes the donation. Reefer on the Fringe.
Robbie now has 3 losses. He had 2 losses.
Okay, so he, in his contract, he apparently had that he was going to make X amount of dollars. So that's why he made the $220K. So I guess, what are you trying to say, though? Like, Robbie now has 3 losses. He had 2 losses. We do know that. I'm just trying to figure out what your point is. That is a correct statement. He had the Dos Anjos fight, the Ben Askren fight, which was controversial, and then the Colby Covington fake fight on Saturday. I'm just trying to figure out what your point is there. But yes, we do concur. We confirm that he has 3 losses in a row. All right, let's open up the phone lines. 516-522-0267. Tell me why this fight wasn't fake, please. Ninja, please.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yo, I'm back, baby.
Welcome back.
So I want to talk about the podcast. How was that?
No, it's great. That was a lot of fun. Jesse, you can say how the experience was.
No, I mean, it was really fun. We got to, sort of talk while, what's funny is Raging Al was finishing up his workout when we got there. And then, so we got to talk to him for a little bit. And then we just did the podcast. And once the podcast was over, we did a training session and then bounced. But it was really fun. It was cool to kind of ask questions and sort of get to know the other side.
Well, actually, pretty funny too. She was mentioning Raging Al. The story. What was the story he told? He was tanned, like he had an impeccable tan.
Yeah.
He had his shirt off. He was glistening like he's walking out of a Baywatch, right? He's like shredded right now, Raging Al. So he's all tanned up.
Looking at his nipples.
Dude, I rubbed one off to him and John the Manimal and Ray Longo as well. But he has this whole theory about tanning. He has a whole process with tanning. He's straight up. He's got the Long Island version of the Jersey Shore thing going.
Yeah.
He and no fucks given. He's got the perfect tan.
It's true.
His cock was tan.
It was fucking hilarious. The first few seconds you hear Jesse saying, "I would kill somebody."
Yeah, they were. It's funny. They started talking, I guess, before the podcast started recording, and they had mentioned me fighting. I can't remember. John the Manimal said something. And I responded and I said, no, I want to kill somebody. And then that's when the podcast started. So it kind of picked up the end of that conversation before they started recording. Yeah.
By the way, Turkey Bag, I just want to address something in the chat. Turkey Bag is saying, bro, fuck is Moss using MMA Netherlands as a source for what the fighters made. Look, any website. We just so happened to have that picture that we used on the community section. It was just a convenient picture that had all the fighters and what they made. It's what they made, guys. I mean, it's all over the internet. If you want me to pull up another website and show you and shove it up your ass, then I'll do that. All right. Sorry. Back to Drunk.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Shove it up our ass.
Shove it right up the ass. But yeah, Drunk, it was really cool. I got to say, Law MMA, it's just like, it was a peaceful atmosphere.
Yeah,
you walk in there, completely calm, chill. Hey, you want to pick up some gloves? You want to throw some punches? You want to throw some kicks? You want to roll? These guys are open, willing to help. They're like, come back down to the gym. Ray Longo is he's a sweetheart. He's a giant teddy bear.
He's great. I mean, they're all great over there.
Yeah.
I got a text the very next day saying, come to this class tonight. Unfortunately, with the show and everything, I couldn't make that happen. But they're like, all right, we got a class tonight at 5 something with Aljo, or you can come to this class at 7. And it's like Jesus, like it's that kind of feeling from them that you're always invited back.
Yeah, that's cool. So, Jesse, this going to become a thing now?
I hope so.
You going to keep going back?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. They invited me back already. We're going to be talking with Jon the Manimal this week to figure out a schedule, and get me into training.
Yeah. Come on. I want to be one day say I know the UFC Women's Champion.
I don't know if we'll ever get there, but yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun. I like it a lot.
I think he just wants to see you get knocked the fuck out.
By 30, you could be champion.
There you go. She is young. I mean, she can. The guy this guy John Manimal, he's what, 39 years old, right?
So, yes.
He's in Bellator now, and he actually might come on Wednesday's show. He might be on the casting couch for Wednesday's show. Funny dude. Actually, he was the guy he was John on the podcast. We're all talking all over each other, but he's probably going to stop by on Wednesday. And he's what, 39 years old and has 5 professional fights now.
Yeah.
So he had a little late start, but he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, a second-degree black belt. So he's got some ground experience.
He's like crazy on the ground.
But yeah, he's late in the game. Like you can get in at many ages to compete. You know,
yeah.
So it's not impossible.
Mm.
All right,
never too late.
So what do you think? Are you convinced the fight's fixed now, Drunk? Now it's kind of sinked into your head a little bit.
Jeez, come on, Moss. Stop it. You're looking ridiculous now.
I'm telling you, fake.
It's just the fucking haters started that fucking rumor.
I tell you what.
That's all it is.
And it's funny though, and here's the thing. I don't hate Colby Covington. I honestly do not hate the guy. Like, as cringy as he gets, I completely get it. I like the shtick. I really do. There's some funny comments. The cardio comment about the bedroom was a home run. Like, that's a great, like, he gets his cardio from the bedroom or some shit like that. That's a good line. The train line, it's a funny line. I think he has moments. But we got a donation.
Yeah, he's got some good moments.
All right, we got polls coming in.
I give up trying to call in, and it's too bad because I have undeniable proof you are right, Chris.
Ooh.
On a side note, tell KFC to be patient.
Oh, shit.
He'll probably get his junk wet one day.
I do
But for now, please don't resort to rape out of frustration.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stay whack.
Stay
Thank
whack.
you, Pulse. I do want to, Drunk, if you can just get your final thought out there. I do want to get, Jeremiah wanted to call in. Maybe we'll get Pulse calling as well.
Yeah.
So.
All right, maybe I'll try calling later.
Yeah.
But, Pulse, I got a T-shirt and you don't. Ha ha.
All right, thanks, Drunk. There you go. That's Drunk Savage. We got a little caught up there. 516-522-0267. I want to know what you think about this. Real or fake? Let me know. Because I think it's fake. Jesse, have you made a complete decision yet?
No.
Come on, Jesse. You can tell me. I mean, you got the facts. I gave you my side. The viewers are giving their side as well. And some are, back and forth. And come on, tell me what you think. All right, maybe we'll get the answer.
864, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
This is Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
What's up, Jeremiah?
What's up, homies? How are y'all doing?
Wonderful.
That's right.
I'll try to keep it short because I got a lot to say on the subject. First thing, anybody who thinks that a fight in UFC couldn't be fixed, you're crazy. Fights have been getting fixed since their very inception. Jack Johnson threw a fight back in like 1915. So fights, they happen all the time. They're going to happen. They'll always happen because it's too easy to rig up any kind of fight, be it boxing, any kind of combat sport. They're going to happen. Secondly, the fight, I thought one of 3 things. I thought, 1, Robbie got old overnight, or 2, Robbie was coming off the juice because the performance kind of reminded me of the Jon Jones performance, or 3, that it was fixed. But something was off about that fight for real. And Robbie put out no offense. Colby looked great. He looked fluid, but it wasn't what Colby did is what I thought it could be fixed. It's what Robbie didn't do.
Agreed. So, yeah, it was weird. So what do you think about this fight? I mean, I know you've actually made videos about conspiracies and things with fixed fights. We've heard your side with the McGregor thing, and you made some very valid points. But do you have the stream on the background?
No, I got to cut down.
It's probably not go from his phone.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about this one here? Do you think this falls under that radar?
Man, sometimes it's hard to tell. It's either fixed or I kind of felt like Robbie might have been, because the fight before he looked jacked up like he was taking all the gear on the planet. I mean, he was jacked to the tits, and then he came in and he was slow, he was unaggressive, no killer instinct. So he kind of reminded me of when Jon Jones fought Thiago that last time. What's his name? The guy that busted his knee. Anyway, he was like not real aggressive with him, and I thought he might have cycling off, but it was fishy. I could
Okay.
I could go 50-50 either way. I could see it being fixed.
All right.
Not positive, but I could see it being fixed.
All right. Thanks, Jeremiah. Appreciate
All
it.
right. All right.
That's Jeremiah White. The oh, by the way, Thiago Santos. When we were at Law MMA, they were saying that at the Performance Institute, his knee is so fucked up, like he is beyond messed up. Santos from that fight. So hopefully he can get fixed up and come back, because he is fun to watch. And he gave John hell. He gave, even with a fucked up leg, he somehow found a way to keep throwing kicks and gave Jon Jones complete hell. So hopefully Thiago Santos gets back in there. Let's open up those phone lines. The number is 516-522-0267. I'm going to put the number on top. I know it scrolls on the side over here.
I just want to say the Mets won.
They pulled it off?
Yeah,
They
by
came back?
1 point. It was
The Mets, the New York Mets, are the hottest team in baseball right now. I never in a million years would have thought this. All right, here we go.
NH, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's on your mind?
It's the knitter. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Ben?
What's up?
What's going on? All right, we have a controversial topic. We need the knitter's point of view.
Man, Moss, you're kind of lost it tonight.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? Come
All right, so what do you think
on.
about this
No.
situation?
No, I mean, the time I already said what happened with that.
That's true.
Money-wise,
This is it.
don't they also go by, like, how, with this Reebok thing, all that, by how much money they get?
Yeah, so
too?
that other deal was without Reebok.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he made. Yeah, that's crazy, right? $350,000, and then this one he makes $100,000. It's insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's why did Robbie Lawler make what he made? Why did Antonina Shevchenko? I understand she got the bonus, but still, it doesn't add up to me. It really doesn't. You got the cut that he was clear to fight for, fight after, which is insane. You have this weird timing that you did say that they scheduled another fight at that time. But here's the thing: even if they had like a fight in Russia that fell through, right? They still could have made this another time. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
Not if they already had it scheduled for the network. ESPN sucks on that,
How long ago? Here's the thing: like we're
Fox is better at that. ESPN really sucks at it.
But how long do they have to make this fight in Jersey?
I thought they said it's been quite a few months ago,
Yeah. So you got to think they had plenty of time to put it at a normal time. Like the people on the West Coast could barely even watch this fight. Like it's kind of nuts. Like what time did the prelims?
I had to DVR it.
Yeah.
It was on, like,
And it's in
9.
Jersey. Doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any
9
sense.
a.m.
But all right, so
It's
you're
tough.
saying that it isn't a fixed fight. You think that Robbie Lawler just had an off night, basically, right?
I think he had an off night, kind of like when, everybody says it all the time with Cowboy, but I think like with the RDA fight, Cowboy, when he was fighting for the belt, he had an off night.
Okay.
Really bad. I think fighters do have off nights. I don't think he was himself. He either mentally there or not, and I don't think what it looked like, he just wasn't mentally there.
Okay.
I mean,
so what
that's
do you?
what I think. That's my theory.
All right. Well, Ann, thank you very much.
I don't think. Yeah. Okay.
I want to get everyone in tonight. You disagree? Get off my lines. No.
Damn it! I get the last word on the knitter. Damn it!
All right.
Hey, I love the hat.
Oh yeah, NH.
Great.
Can you post that a picture of the hat on perhaps the website?
Yeah, sure. I'll get that. I was
Oh.
gonna do that.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
have it.
We'd like to
Yeah.
see NH with the knitter hat. She got the only person ever
Yeah, you get the
out
knitter
there.
on there.
That's right.
Yes, it's nice. I love it. I go, see, but Sean Hart said he didn't notice that in that picture on, where, and he didn't notice it.
Yeah, the knitter. Yeah, I
My
didn't see
hat.
it. But I saw the
Yeah.
MMA-Holes thing. It was cool. You looked awesome. You had the 7% shirt on. You had the wristband on. You were killing it.
Yep.
We appreciate your support, Ann. You're the best. Thank you for sharing our stuff,
Yeah,
and
people
thank you.
ask me too. I mean, I tell them about you guys all the time. You're at my dentist today, so.
Oh, there you go. Oh, if your dentist is watching, NH has the most beautiful breasts in the whole chat room. So I just wanted him to know that, okay? I don't know how I know that.
Well,
but,
I think I'm the only, one in the chat room that would have breasts.
well, that's our secret, Ann. Yeah, it's just our secret. Well, some guys might have breasts in the chat. It's possible. All right, Ann, thank you for the call.
All right. Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
Love you, Ann.
Bye.
We love you too. That's Ann H. She's such a jolly lady. We love her. All right, so Ann's saying, so what's the tally right now?
So we've got 3 that say it's fixed and 4 who say it's not fixed.
All right, 3 fixed, 4 it's not fixed. Let us know what you think about this fight. I think it's fixed. I think it's completely fixed. NH said that the scheduling thing, she made a point about that. Okay. Well, what about the cut? What is this mysterious cut that he was allowed to walk in there with? The bizarre pay it doesn't line up. Robbie Lawler could have had an off night. It's possible. It's very possible. Oh, we got the people calling in.
210, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, am I on the line?
You are. Welcome to the show.
Hey, quick comment. If it was fixed, don't you think they would have ended it in the first round?
So the reason why I don't think it was ended in the first round is Robbie has too much respect for himself. That's why. I think anyone else would have just dove. Peter McNeely. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But Robbie Lawler is too tough. He doesn't want that to happen. So he's like, just punch me in the face for 5 rounds.
Okay. I can see the point, but it's still 5 rounds. I don't know. Got to let you guys know, love your show. And I watch the pay-per-views with their sound off, your sound down.
Yeah!
I got to go feed the cats. Thanks again. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, be good. He's going to go feed the cats.
So what was that fixed or not fixed?
He says no, it wasn't fixed. Thank you for the call. So, oh my God. These people, what's going on? Jesse, okay, we got to talk some sense.
A little lopsided, you must.
You got to.
All right, Pulse, call in.
We got.
He has a proof as to why it's fixed.
Oh, let's see if Pulse can get through.
Pulse 516-522-0267.
So the people are saying that's not. I strongly disagree, but a lot of people believe Santa, so I can't kill them. You know.
Here we go. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yeah, it's DB again. I'd like to fucking say that I want to congratulate Minnie fucking Gaslam for knocking that clown out. I mean, nobody seems to be talking about the other fights here that happened that day, so.
He's great.
Huh?
The guy's great. I sent him a tweet sucking him off. I think the guy's fantastic.
Hack press?
Oh, fucking Nasrat? Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he's
dude's
fantastic.
pretty badass, dude. You know? I mean, granted, he really does look like fucking Kelvin Gaslam. This shit's crazy, but, you know. I mean, I think that was probably the best fight on the card, to be honest with you. You know,
it was great.
It was certainly the most exciting one.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this kid.
Hey, listen, that shit was fucking fixed, motherfucker, like my knee. All right. Hey, what's up with this airline food?
All right, TV. Thanks. 516-522-0267. Yeah, Hack Press. I sent him a tweet. He didn't respond. Fuck him. But even his decisions are fun to watch. Nasrat Hakparast. This kid over here, he's 10-2-0. The guy's good. He's really, really good. Keep an eye out for him. Kind of flying under the radar. Got a big finish. I like the kid's style. Wow, they're calling like crazy. Keep it up.
414, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
All thumbs down.
What's up? All thumbs down?
All thumbs down.
Yes, sir. This is All Thumbs Down from Sport, and what's on my mind is Robbie Lawler. The only reason why he got paid $100K is because of his losses. Basically, if you win, you make double your money. If you lose, you like get dropped down a notch. You know?
Are you drunk?
No, sir.
Are you high?
No, sir.
Okay, Robbie Lawler made $220,000.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're saying the reason why he made $100,000 is because he lost. He lost 3 in a row and he made $220K.
He made $220K because he fought Ben Askren. He made $100K because he was fighting Colby Covington on a fight night at 12 o'clock or whatever, and he was coming off a loss. So if you're coming off a loss, you're gonna be making less money.
Wait. Are you trolling me right now? He made $220,000 in his last fight. This fight that just passed against Colby Covington.
Here's a question, Moss. Do you know what a silky mustache is?
All right, get out of here. 516. He's Reefer on the Fringe too, I think, right? I don't know what happened there. I think we just got. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm semi-erect from the call. I don't know why. It's weird. What do you think just happened there? You don't know? Jesse doesn't know what happened.
I don't know.
I feel like I was molested Yeah, given a lollipop after. I don't know. Anyway, super chat.
Super chat.
Jeremiah.
A fix needs to not raise suspicion, and that's why 5 RDS.
A fix needs to not raise suspicion, and that's why 5 rounds. That's a good point, right? First of all, Robbie Lawler, even if they pitched the idea of him to drop, I mean, he dropped with Tyron Woodley, but that definitely wasn't fixed. He got hit clean with there. It's a good point. I'm telling you guys, I don't want this to be fixed in any way. I don't want it. I don't want my sport to be ruined. But there's not much that can convince me that it's not. There's just too much evidence saying it is fixed. Too much. Too much. 516-522-0267.
917, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hi. Something stinks. There's something that was just not right about that. You're not going to tell me somebody that fought like Robbie Lawler always fought, always had bad intentions in his heart, is just going to walk around the way that he walked around in the fight. Not a snowball's chance in hell.
So you're saying fix?
There's no question about it. There is no way. Look, I would think he would prefer to get knocked cold, like what he did against Woodley, than to deal with what the hell he dealt with. And that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I mean, and by the way, I completely disagree with, the Conor fights being fixed and all that. No way. The reason Conor does well is because nobody really knows how to box, and he's able to just boom, nail the guy, perfectly, and the guy will go down like Alvarez and Aldo and stuff like that. Not this. There was something that was just wrong about this.
All right.
Why wouldn't? I mean, here's the thing. Suppose he wasn't in that great a shape. I don't know. Suppose something was off. He's not going to give 1,000% in the first round or the first round and a half.
Right?
I mean, something doesn't make sense about that, and it's just like, I'm sorry. Here's the other thing with Covington, and I saw him, with this fight. He was acting like a douchebag to the audience. I mean, I've never seen that really out of a UFC fighter. Even when they go into hostile territory, they still act like they, are thankful for the fans to be there. I mean, he was acting like, you're lucky to come to see me. Something is not right here. I'm telling you, something's not right here.
All right. Thank you.
Just a gut instinct. I've seen fake fight. I mean, I've seen boxing matches. Something is just wrong about this.
Okay. Thanks for the call. So he's saying it's fixed.
I wonder who that was.
Well, here's the thing.
Very New York-ish.
Well, it's a 917 number, right? So that is a New York number. So here's the thing. Colby Covington, his shtick is to razz the audience, right? So that is his gimmick. He doesn't care if you like him or hate him. He's the heel. He likes to be the bad guy. He is the WWE character of the UFC, right? So I'm not saying all his fights were fixed, but and him attacking the audience, I'm not surprised that he did that. In fact, I expected him to do that. But and we see now like Quinta go after the audience too. The way the fight went down, like he said, I do agree with. I mean, it was extremely fishy. And as the fight progressed, it just got even more fishy. And I understand people get tired, especially at that grind. It's got to be difficult. But we've seen Robbie go deep into fights, and I understand he's 37 years old, but the guy was in fantastic shape. Everyone saw the guy. He was in impeccable shape over there. And the way this thing unfolded, it just didn't seem right. The storyline going into the fight, then right after the fight with that Trump family audience, cut to Kamaru Usman, just like it was just one thing, cookie cutter after another, just trying to hype up the next fight. Robbie Lawler was clearly the stepping stone here, and Colby Covington versus Robbie Lawler was inevitable. Versus Usman is inevitable. Usman's not going to be ready until what? The end of the year. So what did Colby have to do? He had to take a fight, an easy fight, a fight that was fixed to get us to Madison Square Garden. That's what I see. 516-522-0267. What's the tally right now?
So was that guy? It says it was fixed.
You did say fixed, correct.
So now we're
I think
5.
you marked it, though.
Oh, did
you?
I? So
Yeah.
we're 4-5.
4-5. It's a close race over here. Almost 50%. I think we'll do a poll after the show, too. And stay tuned. We're going to show JBH rolling on the mats of Law MMA, throwing some strikes as well. We got another call coming in. Unknown caller, you are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? And what is on your mind?
Boss, JBH, this is Greg Odenblaze.
Hey, Greg. What's
I
up?
just had a quick question. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it normal for a man to taste his own jizz? I mean, I'm not alone here, am I? You do it too, right, boss?
Is it, I taste my jizz all the time. Yes, Greg.
See, I knew I wasn't crazy.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. That was Greg Savage calling in. 516-522-0267. The Greg Oden Savage. Let me know what you think about this over here. Robbie Lawler, Colby Covington. We have some more news that I'd like to get into as well, but we want to take a couple more calls on this topic. Let us know what you think, and then we'll move on. 832, you're alive with the MMA-Holes. What's your name, and what is on your mind?
Holy shit, I got through.
Pulse, is that you?
Yeah.
What's up, Pulse? What you got?
Shit, it took so long I barely even remember, man. No, I mean, you might be right, though, but I don't know if it was fixed, but, you know, you got to understand, Robbie's been in some wars, man. He was in a war with Condit. He was in a war with Matt Brown, both the Hendricks fights. He's just old, you know, and he couldn't pull the trigger because Colby was open for counters all night.
Okay.
And, yeah, man, I totally forgot what the fuck else I was going to say. Shout out to Drunk M, Vigo Clan, Sean Hart, Life and Logic, Kenshiro, DB. Peace.
Well, hold on. He just hung up. Pulse just called in. He forgot what he had to say. He said he had hard proof in the chat and then called up and just shit the bed. He literally did Colby Covington's speech.
All
right
that just so you could call in and say you forgot what you were going to say?
What happened there, Pulse? You shit the bed. 516-522-0267. So I don't even know if it was. I think he flip flopped. I think he thinks it
Probably
was
high.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But thank you for the call. All right, unknown caller, you are live with the MMA-Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
It's DB. Hey, dude, check it out. There's a few people in the chat saying like it couldn't be the UFC that fucking fixed the fights, right? There's a fucking story that Joe Rogan tells several times on his podcast about Chuck Liddell and how the fucking matchmakers told him that if he went out there and wrestled, that they wouldn't fucking get him another fight, right? You know what I'm saying? So they made him stand up. And that, in a way, is trying to fix the fight, right? You know what I'm saying? In a small way. So if they can do that, they can fucking do anything. So it's not like it can't be fixed by the UFC. It can be fixed by somebody on the outside as well. I'm not even saying that it's 100% fixed, but I am saying it's 100% fucking suspicious that a man known for decapitating motherfuckers ain't throwing punches. Am I wrong on that at least?
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're fucking serious? It can't happen? Why can't it happen? This is a fucking billion-dollar corporation. Shady shit don't happen in billion-dollar corporations. They're all run on the fucking up and up. Look what they're doing to you. That's not a little shady? That's not a little fucked up?
Yeah.
You know, it's mob tactics, bro. It's fucking totally fucking coming into your fucking place of business and then saying, hey, basically, you're going to have to fucking pay me or we're going to have some guys come in here and wreck your fucking store. You know?
Yeah.
The same shit.
It's mafia shit.
You know?
It's ridiculous.
Mafia shit, dude. Fucking bullshit. All right, later.
Thank you. That's DB. He's on fire. He makes some good points over here. Here's the thing. There are more reasons why it could be fixed than it could be legit. That is my problem with this fight. I am not saying that all the UFC fights are fixed. In fact, this is the only one I can think of. This is the only one that really hits me hard. I'm like, this doesn't make freaking sense. I can see the argument both ways in other fights. This one here, there are just too many facts saying that this thing is not legit. Just too many facts. I'm going to take one more call, Jesse, and then we got to get on to the news. We got to get on to the news, and I'd love to... Actually, we'll show your video, and then we'll go to the news. Which order do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do it that
Video or the news?
We'll do video and the news.
Okay. We'll take one more call. Let me know, fake or not fake, the main event of UFC on ESPN 5, Colby Covington, Robbie Lawler. And this is the first time we've gone like for, what, hour and a half on just one topic.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. A fired up audience. And thank you for joining us. We have 186 people hanging with the boys. All right. 918, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind? Are you there?
This is JW.
JW, what's up?
Can you hear me okay?
I do hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Chris and Jesse. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Hi, JW.
I think Moss, Kobe's a good fighter, man. And he's proved when he beat Damian Maia.
Hold that thought real quick, JW.
And hello to
Hold
all
that thought
the
real quick.
wonderful,
Robbie
wonderful
Lawler.
people out.
I mean,
Pineapple
I
juice will
watched
add
it
10
and
to
his
15
pace.
years to your marriage,
He had
Izzy brothers.
pace on
Thanks
him.
for the hookup.
And just covered him. And if you want to talk about another fight that was like that, it would have been Woodley and Usman. Same exact thing.
Woodley and Usman, you're saying. I'm sorry, a donation came in while you were talking over there. I tried to get you stopped, but you were like like the Colby train.
No problem.
You like the Colby train running over Matt Hughes. So just remake your point real quick.
Yeah, Woodley and Usman, that fight was almost identical.
Woodley and Usman was almost identical.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean Usman completely dominated. I mean I could see the similarities,
And there
but
could have been something wrong with Robbie, probably injured, and he's not going to talk about it.
here's why I see the difference though. Usman took Woodley and pinned him against the fence, kept dragging him down to the floor. The Lawler versus Covington fight, there was a lot of exchanges on the feet, but it wasn't an exchange. It was just Colby Covington teeing off on Robbie's face. Like, it was really bizarre.
Yeah, I just, like, when I watched it, I just thought Colby just put a pace on him in that wrestling. And that wrestling will tire you down. And if
Sure, in the
anybody
beginning.
knows,
Yeah.
just like clinching them and wrestling with them, that's going to tire him down. And if he's not well, and I'm thinking, I don't think he was himself, but that's what also Ben Askren and Woodley both said on Ariel's show. So maybe he could, maybe he was just having an off night. I don't want to say it's rigged, but it could be. People are starting to assume that. Dana White's kind of shady lately, so we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you very much
But
for
you
the
guys do a good job. I heard your podcast on Ray Longo's show this morning, so good job, guys.
Appreciate
Doing
it,
awesome.
man. Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it. There he is. Look at that. Nice call. Very relaxed. I'm into that.
Chill.
We need more calls like that. I'm so shot out of the cannon. He brings it back to...
That's my kind of caller over there.
I just like firing everyone up. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your participation tonight. We're not over. We got 40 minutes left in this show. We're going to change the pace now. Okay? And if we didn't get your comments, get to your comments in the chat or, hear everyone's voice. When this thing is shut down in the comment section down below, speak your mind. We read everything. So speak your mind. Let us know what you think, fake or fixed. And we're going to move on. We're going to get into some news because there were other stuff. There's the Contender Series tomorrow. There's Shevchenko versus Uriah Faber. That's happening Saturday. PFL is happening. Where does Cyborg go next? A lot of stuff to talk about. But before we get there, Jesse.
Yeah.
When you walked into Law MMA, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was on your mind?
How can I get into this cage?
How could you get into that cage? And what did you want to do in that cage?
I wanted to learn some MMA. I wanted to get on the mats, get in the cage. I wanted to start a training session.
All right. Well, Jesse, your dreams came true.
Yeah.
Because thanks to Law MMA, the people over there, Longo Weidman Gym, shout out to Law MMA. They are wonderful, wonderful. Jesse got to live her dream.
The Instagram one it shows everything though.
Well, what I like about this is it actually shows, like they all show that anyway. So I like this so you can see Jesse walking around. We can see a little bit of the gym. We'll break it down a little bit and have a little fun. There she is. Jesse's bobbing around. So who is this over here, Jesse?
That's John the Manimal Beneducci, who is a pro Bellator fighter.
That's right. Got a big win in his last fight. He fights out of Law MMA and was nice enough to show Jesse some moves.
He's really cool.
So this is Jesse's first jab, and she gets to throw it at Law MMA. Look in the background. All those badass UFC fighters, MMA fighters, crazy stuff. You got Ultimate Fighter winners, champions galore. Good stuff over here at Law MMA. Now, what was going through your mind here? Are you about to throw your first jab?
I was a little nervous, but at the same time, I was like, I can totally do this.
Yeah, she was ready. She wanted to kill. She went into that gym saying that she wanted to kill somebody. She didn't want to fight. She wanted to murder somebody. Oh!
At one point, though, he did tell me that in the beginning that I hit like a bitch. So
yeah, he's very honest.
Yeah, so he said for me to hit harder. That's when he said it.
He goes, you hit like a bitch. Now, JBH, this is a funny story about the gloves. We were about to leave, and Jesse didn't want to leave. Longo is turning the lights off, like he's boarding up the doors. And Jesse, and there's no air conditioning in this place, right? I'm like, I got to go home. I'm hot. I'm tired. And Jesse, where's Jesse? She's like a puppy dog with these gigantic gloves. And she goes, whose gloves are these? Whose gloves are these? And I'm saying to her, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's get, these people want to go home. And Jesse convinces him to throw some punches.
Yeah, it was. Their dummy was called Bob over there on the right.
Yeah, that's his name, Bob. In all the gyms.
I was like a kid in the candy store. I wanted to play with everything.
Red Cliff says, geez, we thought you guys claimed. What would make you think that we train? You clearly have barely watched us. Like, we are a fan channel that loves the sport.
Every time someone asks us, we've said no.
For the new people out there that are watching us, I mean, Jesus. I mean, if you can't figure it out, it's very obvious. We do play-by-play. We have fun. It's all about fun and being ridiculous and talking about our favorite sport.
But I train now.
Yeah, she does. So you can shut the fuck up now.
I'll learn more. This is just the start.
Oh, there she goes.
I like when he got to the kicks. The kicks were fun.
There she goes. She's warming up. This is a former champion you're about to... a future champion. Now, who's better, JPH or the Bagel Boss? This is where the Bagel Boss was. I should pull up that video, too. So how did it feel being able to throw some punches and kicks where the Bagel Boss did
I wasn't even thinking about the Bagel Boss. You know what I was thinking with those gloves on? I was like, this is how I'm going to beat the fuck out of someone inside a cage.
Now, those of you listening on Podbean and iTunes, Jessie is at Law MMA, and she's throwing some hands over here.
Don't drop your right hand when you throw your left hand. Yes, you did that. Don't bump, we call that bow and arrow.
Yeah, it's one that I dropped my hand a lot. So you're supposed to keep your hand by your head at all times. It's a lot tougher than it sounds.
Poor Ray Longo just wanted to go home. What's up, Big Fat Anus? Big Fat Anus just subscribed.
I learned so much just in this one thing, like how many things you do wrong. You know, when you think you know what you're doing, and you do a million things wrong.
There you go. That was better. Do it again. Good. Do you want to learn how to throw kicks?
By the way, that poster, this poster says Law MMA. Like the Wyman Silver 1 poster, it's just so fucking cool.
Good. Do you want to learn how to throw kicks?
That's true. I am gonna get the shit kicked out of me now.
Let's just go jab cross.
Here we go. The kicks are coming in, guys. This is what's coming up. The kicks.
This is the most fun. The kicks were the absolute most fun for me.
Oh, Jesse's first kick over there. And I got to say, I probably would have thrown my hip out. There's Ray Longo walking by. So get out of my gym.
I like the kicks.
There you go.
He's getting that leg up there. Nice job. Nice job.
The champion, Jesse the champ. All right, I'm going to show Jesse rolling real quick, and then we're going to get into the news. Let me know in the chat what you think of her first experience throwing hands and feet. And I got to say, I think it was pretty wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was fun.
I got to say.
Oh, was this the...
Oh shit, badass. Boom. Grab my tracer. Good. I go to build up. You come up. Nice. Now I go to push you back down. You beat me to it. Grab my hand. Oh. And as you fall, you move. Nice. Good. Nice.
Your first tap. Jesse tapped him out. The Kimura. Yeah!
Stupid.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Look at that. Impressive. Very impressive. All right, so there's JBH, some footage of Law MMA. What we're thinking about doing is perhaps doing a live stream from the gym when the guys are there. So you get your Ally Quintas, your Aljamain Sterlings, or whoever's at the gym at the time. We pop up the camera. We have JBH do some more lessons and just have some fun.
A lot more that I need to. I just looking at that video, like it's so crazy. Everyone thinks that they can just go in there and just start, striking or doing whatever, thinking they know exactly what they're doing because they watch a couple fights. But then when you do it and then you go back and watch it, you're like, man, like you see everything that you do wrong and how easy it is to do it wrong,
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to be able to get so good that I don't have to look at something and be like, yeah, I did that wrong. But I bet I beat myself up so much, I'll probably always find something I did wrong.
Yeah. So JBH learning the tricks of the trade at Law MMA. We're going to get into some news. We got a lot of stories. So maybe what we'll do is with 30 minutes left, maybe we'll do the quickie version. How many stories do we have tonight?
A lot, but we don't have to get through them all. There's not a lot of like they're all kind of revolve around the fights and stuff like that. So
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll do like a lightning round of wonderful news. We got Kevin from Chicago coming in with the deuce.
More phone calls keep the party rolling.
All right. Well, you know what we'll do? We're going to get to some stories here, and then we'll roll into some calls. We have how much time left? We got 30 minutes, right? Okay. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's get into some news. Go over to the MMA-Holes.com.
Wonderful.
By the way, the MMA-Holes.com, we have the hottest holes over here. Just going to give you an update. Mackenzie Dern versus Megan Anderson. And where are we sitting here? For the month of August. So here we go. It is 49-39. Oh, shit. Mackenzie is opening up a can of whoop ass. So get your votes in. We have until the end of the month. The August hottest hole. Mackenzie Dern or Megan Anderson on the MMAHoles.com. Love to know who wins this one. But it looks like Mackenzie Dern. Are you surprised, Jesse? Mackenzie's...
Not really.
Not really? By the way, here's the podcast. It's on the website. It's on iTunes or Spotify or Podbean. It's called MMA and Beyond. That is the podcast where what we did with Longo and John. All right, let's move on. Here we go. Where is this? Where is it?
You got to go to the MMA News posts.
Where do we go, Jesse? Where is it? Oh, we got so many things. You guys are dropping shit on here. These people are active on this wall.
Oh, my God.
This is the MMAHoles.com. Look at it. You're getting a little glimpse. You get to see what the people are putting here. real EPO. Put his picture up. It's a nice picture.
It's lovely.
What if here MMA News? Let's do this.
You could have just looked it up, but
another Big Anus is subscribed. How many Big Anuses are subscribed to the MMA Holes? All right, breaking news.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here? Oh, we started Colby Covington.
Yeah, we already talked about Covington. You guys know already about Dana White saying the UFC is out of business with Cyborg, so I'm not sure if you want to read this over or not, but yeah, Dana White's basically said, fuck it. No more contracts are being signed with Cyborg. He said he was going to go to his lawyer, basically say, he's releasing her and she's free to do whatever she wants now.
Wait, he's going to his lawyer?
his lawyer's going to write up a paper that legally releases her from the UFC.
So she is donezo. So where does she go? Where would you like to see Chris Cyborg?
Well, I'll tell you about that. I have a story on it. So
all right, maybe we should go right into that story.
yeah, it's more towards the bottom, and this isn't saying where she's going, but it's definitely a shoe-in. Scott Coker is ready to make Chris Cyborg a deal after Dana White's release claim. Since she has been released from her UFC contract.
Super chat.
Super chat.
JBH want some sign the contract silky mustache for you.
What the fuck?
Not only his calls and his donations have been legendary tonight. Reefer on the fringe. The silky mustache. Old thumbs down. By the way, old thumbs down is not blocked, right? Bless you.
Thank you.
Old thumbs down, I don't think you're blocked. Why is he Reefer on the fringe?
Who knows?
Is that his new... Okay. So Scott Coker is making a pitch at Cyborg.
Yeah, he's basically...
super chat.
Yeah, super chat. Life and Logic with the deuce.
Out of business after Cyborg ambushed him on video.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. Lights out, Cyborg.
Wonderful.
It was so cringy, right? She uploads the video. Her editor fucks up, puts the wrong subtitles under Dana's thing, and Dana's like, I got a reason. We can get rid of her. We can axe her now. And she's gone. He doesn't have to deal with her anymore. And I wish she was still there. Cyborg fights were so much fun to watch. I hate the fact that she's going to be in Bellator, and he's I want her to go to PFL. That's why I want Cyborg to go. I don't want her to go to Bellator. Because if she goes to Bellator, sometimes they don't show the fights live, like in other countries and shit. Like, what if she's throwing on one of those shit cards?
I don't think they'd be that stupid.
I want to see her fight Kayla Harrison. That's what I want. That's I want that.
It's not a bad fight.
Go for the Millie. I mean, I guess Coker could throw a shitload of money at her. All right, so what does Scotty say?
He's just throwing it out there that he's ready to sign her whenever she's ready.
I don't want her to go to Bellator. I really don't. Listen, she beat a lot of people in the UFC. She lost to Amanda Nunes. I feel like they should run that back. It's not going to happen. That fucking blows. I don't want to see her beat up cans in Bellator. I don't want to see that. We saw that in Invicta. Kayla Harris. That's it. That's all I got to say. What do you want?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Kayla Harrison.
All right. What about some of the 1FC chicks? Or I don't know.
Nah, not 1FC. I don't want to see her go to 1FC.
I don't either. Then she's going to be fighting at all weird hours and shit. No. All right. Next story. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
Okay.
The fuck?
Well, you caught me right in the middle of a stretch.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was hoping that I could get
Listen,
through
I'm
it.
running out of steam, man. I went fire for an hour and 30 minutes.
You went hard.
You got to fucking pick up the pace
hard
here.
Hard in the taint.
The taint?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Hard in the taint.
The paint, Jesse.
No, it's the taint.
All right. What is this Bruce Lee stuff going on here?
Yeah. So according to BJPen.com, Bruce Lee's daughter has criticized a Tarantino film for mocking her father. Bruce Lee set the gold standard for the martial arts in Hollywood and the world over, and his daughter Shannon Lee is hoping to preserve that legacy. She recently called out Quentin Tarantino's new movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, for misrepresenting her late father as an asshole. In the film, there is a fight scene between Bruce Lee, played by Mike Moe, and Brad Pitt's character Cliff Booth. At first, Lee knocks down Booth. In the second round, Booth launches Lee into a car. They then continue to strike each other before the fight is interrupted.
Wait, is this like a spoiler alert? Like, what the fuck? Are they telling a scene from the movie? Is this the movie that's out now?
The Bruce Lee character is presented as a less skilled, irritating caricature that Shannon Lee found, quote, disheartening. She said to the Wrap, he comes across as an arrogant asshole who was full of hot air and not someone who had to fight triple as hard as any of those people did to accomplish what was naturally given to so many others.
All right, I want Cyborg to fight Bruce Lee's daughter. Just shut her up. Shut up. Who cares? What an idiot. What is she retarded? No one cares about her. Reefer.
I'm blocked man for racist white jokes. Tell me why.
No, you're not. Is Old Thumbs Down blocked? I don't think he is.
Hold on.
Well, we'll check after the show. It's okay. Thank you for the donation.
Anyways,
on the fringe.
She's protecting his legacy, and I kind of get why. I mean, the guy's a freaking legend, and they're talking about here and how hard it was for him to get into movies and things like that because of his race back then and all this stuff, and how hard he had to work to get in there. And so she just wants to protect that. She doesn't want him to be portrayed as...
It's a movie. This is not a real movie. It's not a faction. Is Bruce Lee's daughter retarded? Harvey Weinstein.
Shannon Lee, PM me for a private audition. Harvey.
Thank you, Harvey. All right, so we'll get that. We'll
Wouldn't
relay
you
that
protect
message.
your father's legacy if your father was portrayed that way?
Jesse, this is a Quentin Tarantino movie. He made a movie about the Nazis. He made a movie about like the Jews winning against the Nazis. Like it was a total fictitious movie. He made Django Unchained, where the slave gets the revenge.
I know.
Like total
I'm just saying.
fictitious. Like, and this bitch is coming out saying, "Oh my God, you're ruining my father's legacy." It's Quentin Tarantino. The guy was involved in some of the craziest, most ridiculous movies. And shut up. She should shut up. It's ridiculous. Oh, I want to slap her. I want a Cyborg slap her. I want Chris Cyborg to beat the shit out of her. Jesus Christ. Why, you think it is? You think it is messed up?
No, I don't think it's messed up. I think that, like you said, it's Tarantino. You can't expect, pure satisfaction out of Quentin Tarantino. But at the same time, I do understand her side. I mean, if you want to protect your father, if you know your father worked hard to get to where he was, and then, it kind of feels like someone's taking a dump on him, I get it. I get the need to defend.
I didn't even know Bruce Lee had a daughter until this came up, so I guess maybe she wants a little attention. Maybe she's trying to get attention off of her poor father. I don't know. Go away, Bruce Lee's daughter. We don't care about you.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, you already know the reaction that Covington got from Matt Hughes and Robbie Lawler, so you can skip past that one and go straight to MMAnews.com, who said Colby Covington wants Usman at MSG and cites convenience for the Trump family.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a guarantee. You could probably lock that up, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to read through this one? I mean, we talked about it a lot.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to get into this. I mean, yeah, I got to think that the Garden is the place. I mean, they basically booked that. They probably already sent out the contracts before the Lola fight since it was fixed. So.
Yep. All right. According to MMA Fighting, Daniel Cormier admittedly conflicted over the potential third fight against Jon Jones. It's hard for DC to escape the name Jon Jones, even with the heavyweight title fight coming up against Stipe Miocic at UFC 241. The 40-year-old former two-division champ will always be associated with Jones, primarily because of the bitter rivalry between them that still stands as one of the most talked-about feuds in the history of the sport.
Wait, hold on. Before you get into it, they're saying that Shannon Lee was hot. This might be, maybe, let's see. Let's see if this is worth talking about then. Let's see. Is she hot? Is there a picture of her?
I don't
Shannon Lee. Let's see. Let's get to the bottom of this. Shannon Lee's Bruce Lee's daughter. Images. How dare you interrupt the show with that? Ban whoever said that. Ban whoever said that in the chat immediately. Someone take them out. Okay, back to this story. Sorry for interrupting for that.
All right. The connection is also that much deeper because Jones is widely considered the greatest fighter of all time, with Cormier constantly nipping at his heels for the honor after winning titles at both light heavyweight and heavyweight. That's something Jones has never done before, which gives Cormier the leg up in part of the conversation, because Jones and Cormier have separated themselves from the rest of the pack by such a wide margin. It's easy to understand the interest in a third fight between them. Cormier also routinely gets bombarded with that question because he made it clear that he only has so much time left in the sport before he retires, which means the clock is ticking on any fight against Jones before he hangs up his gloves. As much as the fight still interests people like UFC President Dana White, Cormier isn't losing sleep at night about whether or not he'll get a chance to test himself against Jones again before he's done competing.
What was the mystical prediction here? He beats Stipe Miocic, fights Jon Jones at heavyweight, and gets the win. Over 40 years old, gets the redemption, rides off into the sunset. You can lock that up. I'm still with that prediction, Jesse. What do you say? Stand with that?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a trilogy here.
What? No, huh?
Nah.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I think he's gonna fight Stipe. He's gonna retire.
It's very possible.
That's what's gonna happen.
But when you make the mystical predictions, you got to go hard, and I went hard with that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Moss, can you make that face again?
No, I only once a show.
You have a black dot on your face.
I have a black dot on my face.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's on your right cheek.
My right cheek. Let's see this thing. Let's check it out. Where is it? Get rid of it, please. I don't see it on the screen. Oh my God, a fucking dot. Got a fucking black dot on my cheek. Oh my goodness. I can't see it. It's out of focus. That's all right though. They believe you. Let's talk about GSP a little bit. Burning it off. Burning it off my face. It's the world's smallest tuna. By the way, 95 likes, 150 people are still hanging with us, and we only have 95 likes. This is a travesty. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? How are we going to beat up this? It's midnight over here. It's 17 minutes still left in this show. And thank you for joining us and hanging with us. But can't we get 100 fucking likes? What is this? What the? Yes! The people have risen to the occasion. Let's beat the ceiling!
I've got 50 likes.
Go!
You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes.
What the hell happened? Oh my God!
Can bearded man do anything for JBH silky mustache?
That's a good question. I'll ask him next time I see him.
I do like how the donation says silky mustache.
Why?
It's like silky mustache. I like that. It's a nice thank you, Reefer on the Fringe. Appreciate that donation.
He's such a weirdo.
Silky mustache.
I can't believe the Mets won. All right. According to MMA Fighting, GSP shuts down the potential Khabib Nurmagomedov fight, saying, "I have other plans for my life." I bet you didn't see this coming. When GSP retired from MMA earlier this year, there was a lingering suspicion among the MMA community that we hadn't seen the last of GSP. Perhaps it was because GSP had already come out of retirement once before, or perhaps it was because the future Hall of Famer has been open about courting a super fight with lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov, but the general feeling was that GSP would be back at least one more time. Well, according to GSP, we can put that speculation to bed for good. Speaking to TSN over the weekend at UFC Newark, St. Pierre addressed a possible comeback fight against Nurmagomedov, saying was done thinking about that and he was firmly retired from the game. GSP has been mostly retired since 2013, but for his one comeback against Michael Bisping at UFC 217, even when he announced he would be returning to the octagon to face Bisping, many fans didn't believe he'd have an extended run, despite Dana White and GSP both affirming that he would defend the middleweight title should he win. That pantomime was short-lived, however, as St. Pierre relinquished his title just 34 days into his reign, citing medical issues that would prevent him from defending his belt. He has since fully recovered from the ulcerative colitis that plagued him and says that that's not the cause of his retirement, but that he just doesn't have the same drive anymore to keep chasing a fight with Khabib.
All right, so yeah, he just can't make the weight that Khabib wants to fight at. No 155 for him. That's what I'm going with, right? It's got to be it. More importantly, it's midnight, Jesse, and my father has just become another year older. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Papa Mo!
So what I want to do is this, Jesse.
I want to sing to him.
Actually, this is what I want to do. Can you take your phone out, get the record thing over there? I need help, chat. We have 148 people still watching this. I can't even believe this. It's midnight. I want to make a birthday video with this chat room. If you could say happy birthday, Mystical Pop, Mystical Dad,
Papa Moss.
If you can just drop that in the chat and just load it up right now and help me out, I will send this video to my pop and say the audience is here for you. The MMA-Holes wish you a happy birthday. Everyone load it up with the happy birthdays, and I'm going to do a live message to my dad. He's in Lake George right now.
Happy birthday,
I don't know how old he is, but how old is he?
You don't know how
I have no idea.
All right, we won't tell the audience.
Anyway, here we go. Let's go. Happy birthday, Papa Moss. Help me out in the chat, and I will send this to Dad. Ready? We are live. It's midnight. It's 12:04 actually, and it is your birthday. It's unbelievable. It is your birthday right now. If Jesse put it on the clock over here. And we figured we'd say happy birthday as a community. It's midnight and 140 people are still watching. And look what they have to say. This is unbelievable. Look at this. Check it out, Jesse. What are they saying over there?
Happy birthday, Papa Moss. Happy birthday, old man. Happy birthday, Papa Moss. Happy birthday, Pops. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Moss. Happy B-Day, Papa Moss. Happy birthday, old man. Happy birthday, homie.
Look at that.
Happy B-Day, Papa Moss.
What a community. They all wish you a happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday. Jesse?
Happy Papa Moss.
Happy birthday. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. There it is. The people have spoken.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Should I start
Yes,
with
yes, yes. Happy birthday to my dad. Thank you guys for I came out of his penis. Like I shot out of his cock. And
Good grief.
That's how this all started.
Why?
If he wasn't born, I would have never shot out of his cock.
Yeah, well,
Right?
I'm sure you still would have shot out, but you just
Super
Nah.
chat.
Oh, yeah. I could have missed.
Silky mustache means I cumin her top lip and smear it.
Oh, is that what it means? I just like the way it says silky mustache, but I
Mhm.
appreciate it. Thank you for the donation.
You know what? What's crazy to think about is you have a 1 in like 400 billion chance of being you. So like, there's a million sperm that come out, but your sperm took. It could have been your brother's sperm.
If my dad missed, there'd be no MMA-Holes.
You could have been one molecule different in a personality if it was a different sperm and not the other sperm.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. It makes you think. It makes you wonder.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Back into the news. We have 12 minutes, so we'll rattle through some stories over here. Thank you for extending the show. I'm having fun, and I appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Oh, Cain Velasquez. Oh, man.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
According to the Bleacher Report, UFC legend Cain Velasquez won his pro wrestling debut at AAA Triple Mania XXVII.
You know what's funny about that? It was the same thing as this. It was just as real as this fight over here. Robbie Lawler versus Colby Covington. This Cain Velasquez fight. Equally as real.
Well, he did get his professional wrestling career off to a winning start.
Super chat. Drunk Savage.
Thank you for not pulling out Papa Moss.
Thank you. Thank you, Drunk Savage. That's right. We thank you for not
God.
pulling out.
All those John Doe put all those bros that didn't make it with a crying face.
Rest in peace. Unsuccessful sperm.
Oh my God.
All right, so what's up with Cain?
Yeah, he got his professional wrestling career off to a winning start on Saturday's AAA's Triple Mania. Velasquez teamed up with Cody Rhodes and Psycho Clown to score a win in a 6-man tag team match. The Lucha Libre AAA Twitter account shared some footage of the former MMA star in action. I'm not really sure if this is footage you can play, but you can definitely go to his Twitter account and see some of that footage there of this.
Yeah, can we play it?
This Triple Mania. I'm sure if you turn the sound off, you should be fine.
Nah, I'm not even gonna bother.
But yeah, it's him in a mask.
He's in the mask. You want me to put my Mexican wrestling mask on?
I going to bed hug and kisses Most kiss me good night.
There you go. Read from the fridge.
That's a very wet kiss you gave there, Moss.
Silky mustache. Should I put my Mexican wrestling mask on to finish the show?
Yeah, go for it.
In honor of Cain Velasquez? Or do you want to wear it? Actually, have you ever worn it?
I worn it. Remember I lost that one Fuka Friday. I had to wear it and like sing a song or some shit like that.
We should make that a thing. All right. A couple more stories over here. We'll rattle through a couple more stories on the MMA-Holes.com.
According to BJPen.com, Stephen Thompson believes Leon Edwards deserves the title shot before Jorge Masvidal. He said, quote, Leon Edwards is on an 8-fight winning streak. Wow, so he could possibly be fighting for the title. I know everyone's talking Masvidal, but he's had 2 wins and his third loss was me at MSG. I think there are other people more deserving of the title, but he's put on some good shows and knocked out some good people, so you never know. Rocky Edwards lost to current champ Cormier Usman at the UFC Fight Night 4 years ago.
All right. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. I think Colby Covington, that's the plan. So Stephen Thompson's still trying to be relevant, and I get what he's doing, but I disagree.
According to MMA Junkie, Israel Adesanya has signed with Paradigm Sports Management ahead of his UFC 243 title fight.
Paradigm. Isn't that McGregor's? Wait, who's got? I don't even fucking know anymore.
Yes. He joins the likes of Conor McGregor, Chris Cyborg, Leon Edwards, and Michael Venom Page as top talent signed to Paradigm.
And also our friend, I forgot his name, Mike Kimball. Mike Kimball.
Kimball?
Yeah, Mike Kimball is Paradigm as well.
Wonderful.
Look at that. Adesanya's going to be hanging out with Michael Kimball. All right, cool. So there you go. Good for you, Adesanya. I hope you get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we make fun of, him and say Robert Whittaker is going to beat him up. Well, I say that at least. Good for him.
Things get heated between Colby Covington and Cormier Usman at UFC Newark's post-fight show. As expected, things got intense between Chaos and the Nigerian Nightmare during the post-fight show. Usman congratulated Covington, but then quickly fired a verbal jab, saying, quote, "You're standing here and you're kind of talking now. When did your balls drop?" Covington immediately fired back, saying, "The only thing you're losing faster than your hairline is that Power Ranger belt. Stop faking injuries. You're out for 8 months with a hernia injury. It takes 6 weeks to recover. Stop faking injuries. You're the Tyron Woodley 2.0. You get called from the president today? That's right. You're a loser. No one gives a shit about you. Everybody came to see me. Shut your mouth and listen to the champ." Usman eventually took off his blazer and said he could fight Covington at the moment. Covington agreed, but security intervened. UFC Hall of Famer Rashad Evans was at the desk and asked Covington what area does he see in Usman's game that makes him think he can beat him, and Chaos continued with insults, saying, quote, "He sucks. Where's he good? He beat my sloppy seconds after I already beat him. He beat guys that were left for dead. Rafael Dos Anjos, Damian Maia, I left them for dead. He came and picked up the scraps after me. He's a joke. He's following in my footsteps."
Before the Robbie Lawler fight, because I don't believe it's real, Colby Covington's on a fantastic run. He really is. The guy, I mean, as much as we horse around, his gimmick worked. He got himself to fight with RDA. He beat RDA. He legit beat RDA. He broke RDA. And, even though he didn't finish him, he's not a finisher. He does what he has to do to win. So I can't knock him for his run. The guy's been on a fantastic run. I don't believe he beats Usman. I really don't. I mean, I don't think they're in the same league together. It's going to be interesting, their ground game, how it's going to nullify, each other, and we'll see what happens on the feet. Colby can land some punches because you look at the Robbie fight, but I don't believe that was real. So, I don't know. I still got to go with Usman in this fight. If Colby wins and he stays a champ and he defends the belt, I'd rather Colby because I just think the cringe would be more fun to talk about. Because Usman, as much as I think he's good in the cage, he is tough to watch on the mic. He really is. Like, as much as we fuck around about Colby Covington, let's be honest. If you got Usman and you got Covington, who do you really want to be the champ? Who do you want to hold that belt for a while?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Usman.
Really? Why?
I've never been a fan of Colby's character. I know that he can be more marketable, but and so I get it. It's just a biased opinion. I would want Usman to carry the belt. And
like Sean said, I predicted Usman a champ like a year ago. I did. I thought Usman was a champ like right out of the Ultimate Fighter. I thought this guy was going to be trouble at welterweight, and the guy's done nothing but prove me right here. He won the belt. He did what he had to do. He smashed Tyron Woodley. Right? I don't need Usman to win anymore for me. This Colby fight over here, it'd be fun to see him smash Colby Covington, but I feel if he beats Covington, no one's going to sniff Usman for a while. So maybe if Covington can find a way to fake win, it would be fun to watch him beat you. I don't fucking know. I think Colby Covington would be funny to watch as a champion for a little bit. I do. Him walking around with the belt and being a real knucklehead.
He wouldn't change much. It's just going to be the same Colby Covington, just with the belt over his shoulder,
But can you really get up for an Usman fight?
I could.
Really? I mean, he needs a dance partner, right? Usman needs a dance partner in order for you to get up for a fight.
I enjoyed watching him fight Woodley, even though he was mauling Woodley.
Because he had a dance partner. Woodley went back at him. Like, they went back and forth in the media, in the press conferences, and it made it fun. He needs a dance partner.
I don't know. I don't know. I like him.
Okay. Fair enough. Who do you want in the chat? Woodley. Usman or Covington? With 4 minutes left in the show, let's end it on the chat. What would you rather a champion?
Covington says Mike S. Newsman says Roberto Lopez, Sean Hart, BRB, Life and Logic. Colby is a great wrestler, but his stand-up is not great. Roberto Lopez, Marty Snoozman, Steely Vigo, Drunk Savage. I can't take another 2 hours, bro. Drunk Savage says phone, bro. Javier Smith, Nate Diaz returns versus Pettis. Let's go. Boxing says Usman. Life and Logic Usman post-resurrected. Neither of them. Masvidal. Staley Vigo. Pixelated Vigo. They have nothing left to say, bro. What is with this bro thing?
we were talking about that
bro?
Before. It's a Vigo thing. They say the bros.
Bro?
They drop bro.
Yeah, bro?
Maybe a male or female. They drop bro.
All right,
it's
bro.
all about the bros.
All right. JW says Colby wins choo-choo, bro. Chrome T Dome, just give Woodley the black belt. Fuck both of them, bro. Block Legend 530 says Queefington, bro. Jew who swings snakes, Usman. By the way, that was me on the phone, bro. Roberto Hernandez says brew, bro.
They're not all saying bro, by the way. If you listen on Podbean and iTunes, she's being creative with her altering comments. So a reefer on the fringe is taking credit for the bro. So there you go. All right, so 3 minutes. You don't want to read the comments anymore? You kind of
No, sure, I'll read it. Yeah, Staley says, JBH, give us a shout out. Okay, shout out to the bros, bro. Jeremiah says, bruh. Sean Hart, bro. Staley Vigo, JBH is funny right now, bro. Pulse resurrected, brethren. Kevin from Chicago, you dickheads lied, said you would open the phone.
All right. We'll take one
bro,
more. We'll take one
listen,
more.
Bro.
Okay. I can't.
Get the salt out of your fucking ass, bro.
Okay. Remember, the repetition, Jess. I love you to death. But it's we're almost done. I'll take one more call. Whoever calls in, we'll get the last word. And we're going to do a hard cut of 3 minutes. 516-522-0267. Call in. Last call of the night. Rush to your phones. Call us immediately. And then we're going to shut this shite down. Drunk Savage, cock blocking, I bet. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your minds?
Yo, Drunk Savage.
He got in, drunk.
Yeah. Sorry, Kevin.
All right, drunk, what's your last words?
Some things I had from last week, you all didn't take calls.
Okay.
I was thinking about that story Jay Beach was saying when the women's bathroom found the man.
Oh. In the Boston market. Yeah.
I bet I know Chris's response word for word. I bet after you told him, you looked at him, he looked at you straight in the eye and said, was he bigger than me?
No, actually, I didn't tell him when I first knocked because I knew that if I were to tell him while we were in the restaurant, he would have gone in and started a fight. So I wanted to...
What?
That was my impression. So I wanted to tell him afterward. So when I came out, I was like, we just got to go. And he goes, what's going on? What's wrong? I'm like, no, we got to go. And then I waited until we were in the parking lot to tell him. Because this way he can't do anything reckless, you know?
What are you trying to say? What would I have done?
A lot of men get extremely defensive when they find out there's another strange man in the women's restroom after their lady went in there.
After he went in? I thought he was in there before you went in there.
No, he was in there before I went in there.
Ah. Well, I mean, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Drunk. Don't listen to her.
Yeah. And, the BJ Penn thing, I think I know why Dana keeps letting him fight. I think he just doesn't want him to sign with Bellator because, Bellator goes over to Hawaii, and I think BJ would be a huge draw over there.
You know what? It's funny, the gentleman that's probably coming on Wednesday, John, the Manimal, fighting for Bellator, he called out BJ Penn like he wants to fight him. You know what? He probably will go to Bellator. He probably will.
Yeah, he probably will, but I think Dana just wants to use his star power up as much as he can. Yeah. It's kind of like, ex-girlfriend, she doesn't want to get back with you, but she doesn't want to see you with anybody else.
I like that analogy. Well, yeah, BJ Penn, it's curious. It's curious as to why he's fighting, but he shouldn't be. He's one case where I think we'd all agree that we don't want this anymore.
Yeah, I just think he doesn't have anything else in his life, really.
Yeah.
And I've heard that he's only sober when he's doing training camps.
Yeah, it does suck, right? If you're a fighter and that's all you got, and you start getting older and there's, why can't he just become why can't he corner the young kids? Why doesn't he just do shit like that?
He should just fucking train people. He's got family money. He's not broke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he should do. He can still go to the gym. He can still stay fit and train the next generation and live through them. When we asked Ray Longo about the what's it called? Jesus, I'm fucking blanking right now. It's pretty bad. I think I'm having a stroke. No, the Matt Sarah fight. When I asked him about that, and I watched Ray Longo's eyes just widen up, I was like, it's got to be satisfying being a coach and seeing your fighter get to these levels in mixed martial arts. So you got to think there is some joy in that,
Yeah.
So.
I think Sarah would have fucking beat GSP if he wasn't injured during the second fight.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, and we do have to wrap this up, but definitely check out that podcast with Ray Longo. It's on themmaholes.com. You can check it out on iTunes, Spotify, Twitter, all over the place. What is it called, Jesse? The MMA?
Yeah, I watched it and tweeted it out and tagged a bunch of fighters.
I saw that. By the way, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what everybody needs to do. Don't fucking tag everybody else that is already an MMA hole. Tag some fighters.
You know what? Drunk.
Let's spread the word.
You make a good fucking point. You really do. You got to tag the other people. You got to tag people that don't know about us. And yeah, that's
exactly.
It's a
Who
good
knows?
point.
Maybe somebody will check it out one day and like it, and may want to come on.
That's right. Well, Drunk, you're the best, man. You are wonderful, wonderful, and we appreciate all your support. Get out of here.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Be good. So it's Drunk Savage, Jesse. He's right, though. Twitter, you share away, it helps. It really does. The name of the podcast?
MMA and Beyond.
MMA and Beyond. That's right. MMA and Beyond. We were on, and it's up. It's out. And check it out for yourself. Really good Ray Longo stories. The Weidman, the Iaquinta, the Matt Sarah, all that stuff. Okay. Let's get out of here. What a show. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Say the words.
And don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.